DFC 25, and we've got a fucking solid card, man. I put some notes here, too. And we'll go down through those. So this is the top bout tonight is going to be between Eleet and Maty. Maty is coming off a loss, so some people are like, oh, what the heck is up with that? Zale just beat Maty. It was a weird situation because the matchup last week was kind of last minute between Zale and Maty. Zale is like significantly lower ranked than Maty, and he won. So while it's really good and it moves Zale up the ranks, like Maty is still very highly ranked even with a loss. And he's like one of the only people that Eleet hasn't gone up against in the, in a DFC match that's in the top 10. And I think Maty is, let's see, Maty is, Maty's number 3 right now. Number 3 ranked. Bowie is not on the card again tonight. We didn't see him sign up. So what we're doing is this is an interim title bout. This is 3 weeks in a row that we haven't seen Bowie. So what we'll do is we'll just give him next week. If he shows up, he's still the champ. But if he doesn't show up next week, we're going to vacate the title. And the winner of this will likely go against the winner of 230 and Dazer for the title. So that's another match on the card right here. 230 and Dazer. That's why you say rematch for contender. These matches basically mean the same thing right here. But if Bowie does show up next week, the winner of this, Maty versus Eleet, will go up against Bowie. So it should be interesting. Thanks, Demented. Appreciate you, man. You just top 10 fighting outside the top 10 on purpose. Nah, dude. I've been getting crushed. Like, as soon as I get in the top 10, I get knocked out of it pretty quick. No, I would love to be a top 10 fighter, like, consistently. But it's really hard to do. So I just, I got matched up this week against Jammy Jams. I think Jammy Jams is coming off of a default win from last week. But hey, a win is a win in the ranks of the DFC. So, it puts him next to me. Do I think I got it? Yeah. I think I'm going to win it. But we'll see. The reason I say that is because I'm usually pretty good Din v Din. Like, there's only one person that's ever consistently beat me, Din v Din, and it was Joby. But, Jammy Jams isn't Joby. So, so I think if I was betting odds, I think I have the advantage. But you never know. If Jammy Jams beats me, I think that's big for him. It's actually, I don't like to toot my own horn like I'm some really good player, but I think I am really good on the Paladin. Like, it's my better class. Definitely one of the people you can't underestimate on a Paladin is what I should say. Like, you can't underestimate me. I now have 2 big wins under my belt on my Paladin. I got to win against Dazer, and I got to win against Necessary Paper. All right? 2 big, consistent top 10 players under this belt. All right? So, yeah, like I said, not the best player in the world, but it's like, don't underestimate me on a Paladin is all. It could be a tough day if you do. How I keep dropping after wins. What I got to do? Ah, dude, let me see if you're in here from the last week. Demented. Did you win last week? I don't see your data in here for last week. That could be it. Did you win last week? Who did you kill? Let's go check the card. Let's check it out. DFC 24. Yeah, 5-0. Okay, yeah, that's probably why. 5-0 versus Duke. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, we didn't see that. Yep. So 5 versus Duke. Oh, was that the Barb v Druid? You're on Barb. He was on Druid. Dude, that's a good fucking win, man. That's a really good win. Congrats on that. Yeah, that will. Let me get it in the ranks too. So Demented, and you're on a Druid. Windy versus. Oh no, I'm sorry. You're on a Barb. Probably a hybrid Zerker. And Duke was on Druid, Windy. There you go. How's that? Is that better? Now you're number 7. Now you're number 7. Yeah, it was kind of drama-filled. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, I'm glad I missed it. I'm glad I missed that. That's good. You know, just love hearing the results and posting them up. Makes things a lot easier. Absolutely. Oh, you're with me? You're with me in game? You trying to catch that fucking slap while we wait? Hold on, let me check the Discord here and see if other people are ready to go. I think okay, there we go. Yeah, Jammy Jam says he'll be on within like an hour or so. I do see some people in the join the stream channel. I see Eleet in here, so just waiting on Maty. That's going to be a fun match, man. It's going to be Necro v Sin. Now, that is something that both players are very, very well versed in. Eleet is no stranger to it because he's been having to smack Bowie down off from the champion spot for the longest time. On that matchup, like, he's no stranger to it. He's no stranger to going up against the best Sins in the world, and Maty's going to put him to the test in a different way today. So I'm going to be pumped to see that. Very, very pumped to see that. It's going to be a great match. But hold on, Shirley's trying to get clapped real quick. He's on a Necro, and he's trying to catch the smack. All right, hold on a minute. He's trying to catch the smack. Actually, hold on. I gotta swap it like this. Oh my god, I gotta think. I have to think with you being on a Necro, man. I gotta be smart. Suppose this is fine. Alright, cool. Cool, man. You got Clay Golem? That's BM. If he wins, it's BM. If he wins, it's only because he was BMing me. Is it hard to get back into PvP on D2R softcore? Not really hard. You'll probably, like, I mean, if you used to do it back in the day, then like you're probably good. Like, the skills should feel similar, but like, the only thing that will be, you might just need to practice a little bit. Hold on. Arrows. Do I have arrows? No, I do have arrows. I just can't select this. What the fuck? Go. Oh, nice shots. Necros are so stupid.
Not in town.
Get him.
Hello.
2 hammers. Days are I'll be doing one tomorrow or Sunday. Damn. Wanted to catch that, dude. Oh, well, yeah, let me know. Let me know if I'm around. I might pop in for it. Dude, my green screen's doing some weird shit. Oh, guys, sorry. Thing is odd. Right? Thing is fucking odd. Chroma key. Similarity. Good. Yeah, no worries, dude. No worries. That's gonna be a good match, though. It's gonna be a really good match. Gonna be tough, man. Is it Sin v Sin, if I remember correctly? That is gonna be nuts. Dazer is a different kind of Sin, man. It's a big rematch for you. If you get it, I think that's gonna be big because you would essentially avenge the loss And when you do, you also set yourself up pretty well. Set yourself up pretty well by beating a top contender. Fuck. Damn. I had the name lock. Had the name lock, couldn't do nothing with it. Still do LLD duels? I still do LLD, but the rule set at this point has changed so much I can't keep up with it. Like, it's literally a full-time job keeping up with a HLD rule set for DFC. Like, and I can't do the LLD rule set any justice keeping up with it. Like, it's so much. So, like, at this point, I'm like, all right, nobody's on board with using mana pots, like, in the LLD community. It's boring as fuck watching LLD duels with, like, no mana pots. So, I'm like, okay, let's just kill it for now. Like, no one's... I can't keep up with both. And the tournaments that we did have, like, we didn't have many people joining them either. So, it was, like, trying to keep up with rule sets that weren't very ruggedly tested. And it was just like, it was a pain in the ass. GG. Got him that time. Yeah, it is kind of niche. It's super fun, man. I love it. I think it's a really fun way to duel. It's like so impossible for me to keep up with like two of those rule sets. I eventually will get back into it and we'll have events, but like I want to have like a consistent crowd of like people that are actually going to show up, duel, and put the rule set to the test. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel like we were getting enough people for the events either. So I can charge him down. Go. Ooh. Experience Shrine. When I have the Experience Shrine, I'm practically untouchable. BM, slow golem. It really depends. Probably a faster run walk ED 2 socket magic helm. Or rare. For an 18 pally. Probably up in the air between that and like a very, very sick rare one. Oh, sick. Okay, so these guys are ready to go. I'm actually going to pop into this. As much as I absolutely fucking love fighting Necros in this game. I mean, literally floored with happiness every time I have to. I'm going to pop over and watch Eleet versus Maty. So I can watch somebody else duel a Necro and feel a little bit better about myself. All right, let's check this out. I'm going to pop in here. It looks like Vamp's sharing his screen. Maty's sharing his screen. Okay, so let's pop this out. I'm going to try to get a good view. And we'll pop over to that so you guys can see what's up. Let's minimize this. Oh, looks good, dude. Good. Okay. Let me make sure everything else is set up. GG. Looks cool, man. Good enough. Good enough. All right, so we're watching this from Eleet's standpoint, man. This is Eleet versus Maty for the interim title. If Bowie doesn't show up next week, well, then the winner of this will be going up against the winner of 230 and Dazer for the actual vacated title next week. However, if Bowie does show up next week, it will be the winner of this versus Bowie himself for the title. Yeah, I mean, there's no, like, main event per se, because all of them are cool as shit. We've seen main events that are, like, boring as fuck. You know what I mean? And we've seen undercard events that are sweet. Needs a BMF title? It could happen, man. Did Bowie dodge Eleet? Maybe. If I was Bowie or if I was Eleet, I honestly would stop showing up for those duels too. So I can't really blame him if he did. Bam says scared. Dude, probably. Probably. Well, the thing is, I'm just going to shoot straight with you boys because I don't fucking lie and I call it like I see it, okay? This is honestly what I think is happening behind the scenes. Just shooting straight. With the new system, you have to select your character class first. And that may be something that some players still try to metagame when they know they're going to be going up against a certain person. So you could have, if Bowie and Eleet both know that there's a very good chance they're going to be paired up in the next, or if they know for certain that they're going to be paired up, one of them may wait for the other to sign up with a character. You know what I mean? They may wait for them to sign up with a character and then sign up with theirs. So I think what's been happening is Eleet just signs up with the Necro. But Bowie hasn't been sure that he's going to get Eleet, so he doesn't want to sign up with the Sorceress. This would be my guess. I'm not sure about this, but, like, this would be my guess. But if he signs up with the Sorceress and then gets put up against somebody like Stadium PK, he's going to get fucking destroyed. So, like, it may be a metagaming thing, and if that is truly what it is and it stops somebody from dueling, good. I say system is working. System is working at that point because you can't necessarily metagame. "12-hour shift at the PGAs. I need some violence." Fucking right, Tim. That's what we're here for. We about to see some Druid v Necro violence. Okay, so I'm sorry. I thought this was going to be Necro v Sin. This is actually Necro v Druid. So I will say that at the top tier of dueling, it's a little bit different than kind of middle tier or lower tier. But first, before we get to that, I just want to say a cheers to Peachy. My dude, thank you so much. That's 8 months. Dude, I can't believe that, man. Thank you so much. He says 8 months of entertainment. Keep it up, Cooley. You're the man, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Peachy, and a cheers to you. So at the highest tier of competition, people say that the Necro has the advantage in this matchup, which is not necessarily the case at middle tier or lower tier, you know, assuming that skill level of both players. Maty is extremely good on a Druid, and Eleet is the best Necro in the world. So at this level, I would say slight advantage for Eleet here, but Maty technically does have a class that can get it done here. So we're gonna see how this goes. Eleet on the back pedal here. He's setting up his notorious Spirit Train here, hoping that Maty will run into this And you see him firing those teeth, trying to clear up the pets as Maty's coming in. And then he just goes right back to it, man. Spirit Train. Maty gets some big damage in. Oh, this is huge. By the way, just want to say thank you so much, Nemesis. I appreciate that sub, my dude. That is dope. It popped up twice. I'm not sure if you did it twice. But if you did, double cheers to you. Cheers 1. And cheers 2. Dude, Maty's life total is practically full right now. So we're going to see probably a change of heart here from Eleet. We're going to probably see him go into this, you know, he's probably going to try to keep a lot of distance here. But the difference between Maty on a Druid and a lot of other players on a Druid is Maty is very good at CT casting. Very good at catching his opponent, not letting him set up that Spirit Train so much like Eleet is trying to do. I'm surprised Maty has not taken any damage. He basically teleported into a huge Spirit Train. Big hits from Maty again. Eleet is in trouble. Maty's health total still very high. Eleet not letting this scare him, even though his back's kind of against the ropes here. His back's against the ropes, but he's still engaging when Maty gets close, walking and spearing, and I think that's the right thing to do. Maty with a very high-level move there, throws a NATO below Eleet, hoping that he'll walk into it while he's trying to exchange and engage with him. Very nicely done. Eleet's battle order's running out here, but Maty not giving him enough time to really, not enough time and space to get his battle orders back off here. This is the thing about Maty. When you need space, this guy is not going to give it to you. Yeah, it's a good point. Should Bear versus this? Maty should Bear versus this? Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think the reason why Maty is using Wolves here is because of Eleet's go-to strategy. Eleet's go-to strategy when he's in trouble or when he's trying to figure out your strategy and how you play is he does this right here. He sits back, and everybody does that. They put on the Bear with their Druid. They, they do what you should do versus a Necro. But unfortunately, that doesn't bode well against someone like Eleet with this strategy right here. He just leads himself all day with IBS, with Bone Spirit Trains, and those Wolves are protecting Maty from that go-to strategy from Eleet. I think the Wolves here are clutch. Now we're going to see Eleet chase Maty a little bit. He notices that Maty's Wolves are down. Maty is still barely touched. Barely touched here. Really like Maty's strategy here. He's actually trying to predict where Eleet's going to go to, and he's cutting him off with NATOs and then approaching him. This could be very good. He's going to have to work to get a good angle on Eleet. Oh, nice hit again from Maty and a chain lock. Oh my God, we've never seen Eleet in this much trouble. Maty, is he the ringer? Is he the ringer? Can he do it? I've never seen Eleet struggle against a Druid like this. Granted, this round isn't over, and Eleet is a very, very smart fighter. He could pick up on this, adjust his strategy, and we could see a whole different game plan here. But Maty has got his back against the ropes. Yeah, bone armor is very, very strong. Oh, and I think Eleet did some damage there. I caught a little bit of a glimpse of Maty's life total. I think Maty is actually in trouble here. Oh my God, what a back and forth duel. This is a nail biter, boys. This is a nail biter. You can't help but cheer for Maty. With all of the shit that I just said about technically a high-level Necro having an advantage here, and by, Eleet not really being challenged by many people in the DFC. He's just on a whole different level. So whenever you see somebody come up from the ranks, from the ground up like Maty has done, you can't help but cheer for this guy. Yeah, and look at this. This is that go-to strategy we're talking about here. That's Eleet's autopilot right there. That's his autopilot mode. And now he's going more towards teeth. I actually really like this. Actually really like this versus Maty. Maty had a really nice chain lock going there too. I thought he was going to keep it up. The thing is with Eleet too, we've noticed a lot of duels with Eleet, and he doesn't tend to CT cast away. Eleet doesn't tend to CT cast away. So when he's in trouble and someone's chain locking him, if there ever was a player with like an Achilles heel, it's being a very, very good chain lock player. And, you know, keeping that chain lock right on top of Eleet as he's running away. And if there was a player that could do it, it's Maty. Nice shots there from Eleet. I love how Eleet is still aggressing. You know, even though he's in a lot of trouble here, he still is opportunistically aggressing. Like, he'll wait till he thinks Maty isn't ready, and then he'll stomp. He'll actually even sneakily hold name locks, and wait till he thinks Maty is recasting wolves, and then he'll go after him. He's he's a very sneaky player. Because he gets you, he lulls you into this false sense of security where you're chasing him. And suddenly, he turns the corner, man. And look at that perfectly timed escape right there from Eleet. I'm telling you, dude, he picks it up mid-duel. This guy picks it up, and he's landing some good shots with teeth against Maty. King of rep. Oh, for sure. I mean, but we kind of banned, I guess you could say, like the repping without bow. You know, and he doesn't typically do that anyway. It's just his duels get drowned out for so long that he ends up repping quite a bit. Nice cut there by Maty. Maty, instead of stomping him, teleported below him. Oh, a deep exchange right there from both players. Looks like Maty did catch some damage, but Maty is probably at about 65% health. So definitely not teeth PK like we thought he was. I caught a little bit of a glimpse of Maty's health total. I don't even dare click off from this. Nice shots, a good close range exchange. You're going to see Eleet chase here because Maty has no pets. Very nice defense there from Maty too. Yeah, those wolves we can see here are really paying off against Eleet's go-to strategy. Like, I thought Maty was a lot lower in life, man, but he is not. He's doing a phenomenal job of like not really taking too much damage in this absolute fucking savage spirit train that Eleet is just, you know, that's, like I said, it's his go-to. That's Eleet's go-to. But Eleet is very quick. You'll notice this with Eleet's reflexes here. He's very quick. So when Maty cuts him off like that, he'll walk to the right and teleport away. He's very quick. You know, not someone you can easily trick with these high-level maneuvers like what Maty is pulling off here. Because as we've seen, Eleet is the highest of the high-level Necro. This guy, not somebody to take lightly. And as to answer the question about whether or not Necros celebrate this, most Necros can't play like this. It's just a simple fact of the matter. Everybody, I think, expects duels to be over in like seconds, and I think that's sort of, you know, it's not very realistic. A lot of duels in Diablo 2 for years, a lot of the high-profile duels with very skilled players can take a while. You know, they can take a while because, you know, you have to methodically approach your opponent. You have to figure them out. And that's what we're seeing here live in round 1. We're seeing Maty versus the top Necro in the world. He's figuring out Eleet as Eleet is figuring out things about him. This is a very, very tough match. Eleet going back to the bread and butter. Oh, nice shots there from Maty. He gets some damage in, but doesn't land a clean NATO. I'm wondering if Maty is having trouble grabbing a name lock when he's getting close like this. Does he have the Eleet nerves here? The Eleet going up against Vamp the Champ. Is he getting those nerves? Or he could be doing it purposely too. I'm just not sure why he's not consistently grabbing that chain lock like he did in the beginning of the duel when he gets up close. Especially whereas he's noticing, I think Maty is noticing that when he tries to cut Eleet off, Eleet steps to the right and teleports away. That's a perfect opportunity to grab a name lock and keep a chain going. Just like that. Nice shot. He gets one in. Bone armor, OP. He does have to worry about this this insane train of spirits, though. Looks like Eleet has likely run out of Oak Sage charges here. That could be very good for Maty. Eleet has repaired his life total. He's back at 1,500 from a detrimentally low. I think it was probably at like 500 life. Gets clipped again by what looks like Hurricane. Ah, he never used Oak? Okay, good observation. Thank you. I didn't notice that. Yeah, that's a good point, though. That's a good point. If you use Oak, it basically gives Maty a pet that he can grab and name lock with. Great point. Thank you, Joby. Didn't notice that. That boy repping. Oh, man. Yeah, he is. Got to be careful not to go out too far. Eleet, probably a couple of Hurricane PKs. Not even lying here. Probably a couple of Hurricane PKs. He's at about 340 life. Maty trying to keep that pressure going. Yeah, that's a good point, too. That's a good point, too, Steph. That could be also why he's not using any golems. Eleet at just under 300 life. Going back to the bread and butter, man. Going back to the bread and butter. I mean, he's seeing some success with it. Oh, nice shot from Eleet. Maty probably at about 20%. 20 to 30%, I would say. Eleet back to 400, almost 500 life. I mean, the last mile versus Eleet is the hardest. He's gonna make it so hard for you. Look at this. How do you stomp on that, man? Sneaky name lock there from Eleet. We're gonna see. I mean, you can't help but root for Maty here. I think just because it always feels like anybody who's going up against Eleet is the underdog, right? Like everybody who's going up against Eleet is the underdog. It's hard to believe that such a player can be practically unbeatable. So it's you can't help but root for Maty in this situation. Nice cut there from Maty. There's been a couple of very, very detrimental teleports that Eleet has found himself teleporting into a couple of times right on top of Maty. Maty just unfortunately wasn't ready for it in the moment. Oh, man. Exchange from both players there. And Eleet chasing Maty now. This is what I mean. Turning the tables as soon as he knows you're in trouble. This is an insane duel, man. Wow. He's so brave at 300 HP. Yeah, I mean, that's big. Oh, man! That was a very well-placed NATO. Whizzed right past the nose of Eleet. He was walking into it. Just missed him. Eleet making it very hard for Maty to grab a name lock here. He's been doing the same since he was full. What do you mean? Yeah, Eleet does have a go-to strategy, and that's why I really like Maty's use of wolves here. But I do think that Eleet's picking up on it though, and that's why you almost see like this. It's like an arrow pattern. Watch for the arrow pattern that Eleet is making here. So he's gonna launch a train of spirits. And then he's gonna, teleport in front of that, launch another train, and then follow up with teeth. And he'll put teeth at the tip of the arrow. And that's to, he's trying to, in a very roundabout way, predict where Maty's gonna be coming. And then there it is, the arrow pattern, just like that. He's trying to burn up all those wolves with teeth and clear the way for that spirit train. Maty getting very crafty with his NATOs though, and throwing them on the outside. Good opportunity for a lock there, but I think Maty just missed it. Another sneaky thing that Eleet does to break those chain locks is you notice him. He really likes this map. He actually farms for maps like this a lot of times. You see how those? You see that there's those little things that stick out. Like they're kind of like, I don't know what to call them, but they stick out from like the center of the map. What he does when he feels like someone's going to chain lock him is he actually teleports to the other side just like that. And it actually makes it can break chain locks. If your opponent is just holding teleport, it can actually break a chain lock. So instead of, in lieu of CT casting, that's what he does. Oh man, close exchange here between both players. Eleet following up. Box edges, yeah. Yeah, like the half boxes, basically. Maty at about 30% life here. Eleet at about 15%. I actually think one of those spears hit. Hard to tell if it hit a wolf or if it hit Maty, but those are some very well-placed spears. And he just did a number with teeth there. You might see Eleet switch more to teeth, whereas Maty is at 30% just about. You might see him start using teeth quite a bit like this. It makes it so that over the long run of this duel, he wins the rep battle. Not only from killing wolves, but also the teeth are practically guaranteed to hit Maty and stop him from healing or repping life back more than Eleet. Dirty 1-4, Cold Sword versus Manda Bone Necro. Oh, no shit, dude. Nice job. Dude, I didn't know y'all were dueling. I'd love to see that. Good job on that, brother. Nice cut there from Maty, and a nice escape from Eleet. I think both players have sort of found their rhythm, and they're gonna see how it pans out for round one here. Oh, nice shots from Eleet. I'm surprised that didn't finish. He's going in. He was trying to follow up there. Yeah. This duel is going to take some time for sure. Yeah, if other people are up for dueling, we can probably pop in and watch some other duels in between rounds. Oh, Maty takes it! Holy shit! Holy shit, what a duel, boys! What a duel, boys! And they're all talking in French and shit. Good old French-Canadian camaraderie. Holy shit. Oh my god. Dude. That was a big round win right there for Maty. It was very hard fought. Very, very hard fought. Oh, is that what they're saying? Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. Is that what it translates to? He's saying, Claremont te Melior, Druid Kajai, fights Dans. What? I probably mispronounced that really bad. But that's basically French for fuck Cooley. Literally the best druid I fought in DFC so far. Is that what he said? No shit. Is that... You're not trolling? That's like really what he said? Wow, dude. Wow, that's awesome. That's a big compliment, man. And this is... You know what's also very rare? Is to see Eleet, you know, not have any salt after a loss. I gotta say that's a little rare, and I'm very happy to see it. I'm very happy to see that. Because, look, boys, when you get to the status of Eleet, you have fucking nothing to prove. Like, you have absolutely nothing to prove. Like, you could lose a duel, and no one's gonna be like, oh shit. Oh shit, I guess you suck now. He ate GMGs today. No lates, pure action. Druid must be the aggro and player. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good, man. This is a very, very good duel. Like I said, I really like how Maty set this up. Very high-level plays there as well from Eleet. Much like Joby pointed out, he's not using Golem or Oak Sage because he doesn't want to give Maty a pet to grab onto and lock him. That right there... we have seen Eleet throw that strategy out the window when he notices that he can get away with it. When he notices that he's going up against an opponent who's not good at that or isn't on his level, he'll still cast like Oak Sage and Golem. We've seen him throw that shit out the window before. So the fact that he just did like a 10, 15-minute duel with Maty here and never once casted that says that he really has respect for Maty's style. We're going to see them 13 spirits or them 20 spirits. Right? Yeah, I mean, it's his go-to, no doubt, dude. It's his go-to, and I think it's definitely a good call on Maty's part, playing it the way he's playing it. Let's pop into Maty's side here so we can see this from a different angle. And we'll check this out from the Druid standpoint. While we start over the 10 spirit loop. While we keep these jams going, boys. If Maty wins, he has to go versus Bowie on Necro next week. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Well, we'll see. I guess it depends on what he picks, what Bowie picks. Yeah, dude, that's insane. We're getting a little bit of pixelation. If you see that, that's not on your end. That's on mine. A little bit of pixelation, but yeah, you can see this here. Maty, one of the only druids that can, you know, I shouldn't say one of the only druids, but one of the best druids at accurately CT casting. And a nice exchange. Hard to tell if he got any big damage in there. But yeah, we are seeing a little bit of pixelation. What I'm going to do is two things. I'm actually going to leave the game that I'm in. I'm going to exit out of my client, see if that helps anything. See if it chills out the graphics card a bit. And then if we still get the pixelation, we can swap over to Eleet's point of view. Yeah, you notice this, Maty always CT casting. And he does it very accurately, too. Like, sometimes you can see people CT casting, and they can sort of look like they know what they're doing, such as myself. But I'm kind of just doing it because I know I have to. I need to teleport further, or what have you. There's some people that can do it very accurately, and Maty is one of those people. Yeah, it's a little bit more clear here. I gotta say, man, this is pretty insane. Jamie, I'll be doing the Murdered In. So it's like Hammered In Maine. Hammered In Maine, basically. With a bow backup. Are you on VT? Oh, it is his stream? Okay. Oh, and by the way, I got a long overdue cheers to spins. All right, cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. Jamie Jam's on the VT. That'll be an interesting match. Joby confirmed lag switching Maty. Obvious. Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, brotherly love, right? All right, let's see if we can... I'm going to try to watch this from Vamp's perspective here. We also get the audio. Vamp is in good shape here. Probably at about 90% health. Maty probably at about the same. Yeah, we are seeing more teeth here from Vamp the Champ. Oh man, big NATO hits there from Maty. Eleet was a little slow at kind of getting out of the way there. A nice cut from Maty. Maty following up with some big NATO hits and backs off. That could have been a big opportunity. Eleet was cornered, and I don't think he was ready for that. Maty got some big damage in there. Eleet at about 55% health. Finds himself right in the middle of Tornado Alley and wisely teleports out of there. Oh! Bad stomp from Eleet, and he pays for it this time. Oh, 100%. He's being very patient, dude. He's being very patient. He's a very, very patient player. Eleet, I think, might be a little confused here. You notice he's kind of taking his time when he's away like this. Oh, he might even be almost Hurricane PK. Probably just outside of Hurricane PK now. Wow, dude. Wow. This is nuts. And he's going back to that bread and butter, man. This is his shot. This is what he needs to do. He needs to catch Maty in one of those vicious spirit trains. But Maty isn't letting him have it. When he knows he's setting them up, he engages from the side and lets him run out. He tries to get Eleet to step out of that spirit train and engage him with a spear or teeth or something. This is nuts, boys.
I can't carry anymore.
It's just because of the nature of the matchup, right? Because a druid is going to win by stomping, right? A necro is not going to win by stomping. So therefore, if your character is the one that will win the stomp exchange, you're practically expected to be the aggressor in a lot of matchups. That's why barbs are practically always expected to be the aggressor, right? Oh, big hits again from Maty. Yeah, and Druid has pets to protect him. Yeah, there's a lot. But basically, what it boils down to in a very basic sense is if your character has to stomp to win, you're probably going to have to be the aggressor. That might have actually been some good hits there from Eleet. Eleet needs to be very careful here. I think Maty might be in trouble too. I want to check his life total, but I don't want to miss any of this. I don't want to miss any of it. I'm going to see if I can get sneaky and check it out. All right, we got a little bit of a lull. Oh, yeah, Maty in trouble too. He's not necessarily Teeth PK, but he's definitely not in the best shape. Yeah, I think he caught one of those spirit trains, man. Good response time there from Eleet too. He's just in and out, dude. He knows when to teleport away, and he knows when to aggress. This guy rarely makes a mistake. Yeah, and he is going back down to the teeth here. I actually like that, especially when both players are in trouble. Using teeth just makes sure that, you know, if this does continue to be a very long duel, that you will most certainly win it. Well, it's really hard too because Eleet wasn't letting him do that. You know, your opponent's not just going to let sit there and let you hurricane them. You know, if they know that they're hurricane PK. So what you don't notice is, yeah, the simple answer is Maty should have hurricaned it. The difficult response is Eleet knows he's hurricane PK and he won't let Maty on his screen. So like, yeah, you're right, he should have, but could he? Different story. It gets really different when when you're going up against one of the top necros, or the top necro in the world. He's not just gonna let you do stuff to him. Oh, nice, good cut there from Maty. Almost had it, man. He almost had that. It's a blessing and a curse with those wolves, man. It's really protecting him from Eleet's namesake strategy here. I shouldn't say namesake, but his his go-to bread and butter strategy of like starting this spirit train, doing this, doing this arrow formation with IBS and teeth. But the drawback to it is when Eleet kills all of those wolves, he's healing a lot of life back, dude. So it's like you kind of are making it difficult in this specific situation right here. You know, whereas Eleet is definitely on the teeth plan now. Oh, nice shots from Maty. Eleet has just healed back so much, man, from killing all those pets and the rep life. Maty's got his work cut out for him. That spear might have been good. On LOD, Pav, on LOD, I think I got it down to 114. I think it was like 114 on LOD. It was different on D2R because they when they launched it, there was like so much bullshit with like the assassin that was broken that people were doing like sub 1 minute Uber runs, which are kind of stupid. But like for LOD, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still the record. Well, it's not just the life rep. He has life after each kill, which just about all characters have from Enigma. So when he's killing wolves, he's getting 15 life per wolf. So when he kills 5 wolves, his life regenerates pretty quickly. Wonder if anyone's going to try to set a record in 2.4. I think when things settle down and like there's clearly nothing busted, I might start running again. But the only problem is with running Ubers in D2R versus LOD is I used to have bots that got me keys in LOD. I don't really dare to do that with D2R. Like I don't really dare to do it. So we don't have a constant stream of keys is basically what it is. And then also we have loading screens too, which make things very interesting. So it'll never be faster than the LOD version, I don't think, all else, you know, being equal. But yeah, oh, no doubt. No doubt. I mean, it would be a clutch play. It's not against the rules. It'd be a clutch play to do that. I should say it's not against the rules yet. we're known for changing rules after we see Elite Duel. One of the things that may change. I'm not sure if we've done it yet. Oh, Maty is Teeth PK. Maty is almost certainly Teeth PK. One of the rules that we may change, if I haven't already, is the use of Weaken and just banning that. Like, because the only time you really see it is on a Necro going up against a physical damage character such as a Zon or a Barb. And, like, I mean, does it help a lot? Maybe not. But, like, is it needed? Probably not. Yeah, Maty is super low. Round 2 here, looking like it could go to Elite. We're going to see. And he's not really changing his game plan. Elite is going to play this safe. I think Elite's going to try to play this safe. Get some clutch spears in there. Looks like he hit some pets. Oh, no doubt. Good observation, G-Sauce, too. Like, I don't think Elite gets enough credit for how good he is. It's really nice of you to say that, dude. I mean, Elite is one of those players that I think a lot of people root against. He really is. And sometimes for good reason. But you can't take it away from him. He's really good and really skilled. I think that was super nice of you to say that, dude. He's a very slippery Necro, dude. And in 2.4, that's a hard thing to do. It's very hard to be a slippery Necro. And he pulls it off, man. Elite at a very healthy life total here. I'm wondering if... Oh, man, nice hit there from Maty. He was baiting that stomp. I think he was baiting that stomp, trying to take advantage of the impatience of Elite. Trying to bait that stomp. I don't think Elite will do that again. I think he's going to stick to his game plan of this Teeth PK. But I think Maty is switching up his game plan a little bit here, too. What Maty is doing is throwing NATOs from the outside and trying to get Elite to teleport into him, which you can't really blame him for doing because he's low on life. Like, he can't really aggress low on life. The Necro isn't expected to aggress. So in these situations where the Necro has a little bit of life and the Druid doesn't, it gets awkward sometimes. And Maty's doing what he has to do. Yep. Elite was L. Yep. Yeah, it was very close. Yeah, he almost had him, dude. Down, yeah, it was like 96 life. He was very, very low. And that should aggress at this point. I mean, I would agree. Oh my god, dude. Elite is at, Elite can't aggress now. Elite is Hurricane PK. Notice him barricading himself in a corner like this, shooting teeth. He's Hurricane PK and he's trying, this is what we were talking about. Like, Elite's not gonna let you do this. Now he's definitely Hurricane PK at 26 life. Going back up to 40. He's gonna make Maty chase him. Like, he's literally not even on any offense right now. Elite can't just run around the map like this. There we go. Now he's setting up some defensive offense here. Trying to land that teeth, putting himself in the corner. It gives Maty really no angles to approach him from. What would cutting the map do, really, though? It wouldn't do anything. You're still going to see a duel like this. You're just going to see... You're going to see even less aggression from the Necro, I think. And it wouldn't really be that big of an advantage for Maty. Yeah, no way I'm cutting this map. The map is great for this duel. Oh, big hits from Eleet. Eleet already back at about 15% life from literally Hurricane PK. Those teeth versus those pets, man, makes it very, very hard. I think Maty is going to try to do what he did before. He's going to try to lull Eleet into this you know, aggressive mindset. I think just being patient is the way to go here. I think Maty's doing a great job. Just be patient. You know, almost let him rep a little bit of life back to the point where he feels like he's okay, and then, you know, until he comes after Maty, and then turn the tables on him. And chain hurried. Yep. Yeah, easier said than done, especially with Eleet's tactics here. Like I said, you know, teleporting in between those half boxes, there's a reason that when he was Hurricane PK, there's a reason he stayed next to those half boxes. It's so that if Maty came on his screen and he suspected that he did have some sort of chain lock ready with a Hurricane PK, he could just teleport beyond the half boxes and break it. Like, that was why he was doing that. I mean, it's definitely the answer. Pulling it off is tough. All right, so you notice there, Eleet kind of tried to turn the tables a little bit. He might be getting a little bit more brave. But Maty is definitely Teeth PK here. Let's see if we can swap over to Maty's perspective. Just check on our boy. All right, he's no longer Teeth PK. No longer Teeth PK. He has repped some life back too, so this is really good. Look at this. I mean, dude, beautiful CT casting. A true test of how good and durable you are as a CT caster is how long can you hold it up in the course of these very, very long duels. And Maty just doesn't miss a beat. This is second nature to him. This is the guy that taught me how to CT cast right here. Nice sneaky chain lock and some very well-placed nados from Maty. It's hard to see with the CT flashing on the screen like that. It's hard to see exactly where he's placing these things, but you got to trust some of these were really well placed, just like that one right there, cutting Eleet off, making it so he can't walk down. These are very well placed. Maty losing some life here. Smooth operator is a great way to put it. And he's doing a good job of staying at a healthy life total where he's just outside of Teeth PK. I actually like Maty's strategy here too. He's really good. Oh, he's really good, man. This is amazing to watch. But a nice shot there from Eleet and finishes it up. A beautiful walk down pattern, which is exactly what you do in those exchanges. And he ends up getting Maty in round 2. 1-1 currently from our French-Canadian friends. Yeah, and if anybody else wants to pop in and duel, if you're ready and you're in game with your opponent, just share your screen. And what we'll do is, in between this long duel, what we can do is just, we can pop into a different match and then check back. Yeah, these are intense, man. Very, very intense duels. CT casting is where you notice that Maty's skill tab in his stat screen was opening up as he's teleporting and moving around the map. That's called CT casting, and you know, he's hitting literally the C or the T key, and it brings up those screens and shifts his character to one side of the screen or the other. That basically just gives him more leverage when he teleports away or when he's chasing his opponent. It makes it so that when he drags his cursor through that and clicks on the other side of that screen, he teleports further. So he covers more distance per teleport. And that's why he does that. The absolute pro players, you'll see them do it just like that. Very quick flashes of that screen popping up. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's definitely something that's not very intuitive. It's something that's not very intuitive at all. You know, I didn't notice it until I saw Maty doing it. And, you know, I shouldn't say that. I'd actually noticed it in some PvP videos that I watched back in the day. There used to be some old PvP videos from LOD that were on YouTube. Before I started making content, I was actually looking to see if anybody was doing PvP stuff. And I found something from somebody, and he was doing that. He was, you know, I didn't understand it at the time. I didn't know what he was doing. But I saw it there, and Maty explained it to me. Maty is the king of the CT. King of the CTs. Very, very good at it. Joby also very good. Toshank is extremely good at it. A couple of very, very highly ranked players in the DFC, though, surprisingly don't really incorporate it much into their repertoire, such as Eleet and Bowie. Arguably, the top 2 players in DFC. Neither one of them CT cast. So the real question is, how much does that CT cast pay off? I think a big question will be answered with that if we see Maty take this. Yeah, it can still like break, Diju. It can still like break where you click on somebody's name and it won't hold. Is that what you mean? Like you click and hold their name and it doesn't lock? Yeah, basically the fix to that has been you just hit Alt twice. Like if you hit Alt twice, Alt, it will fix it. And I'm sure, like, here's the thing, man. Blizzard probably... Oh my god, big hits from Maty! Dude, Blizzard probably doesn't know about that shit. Like, to assume that they don't care about PvP is to assume that they actually know how to PvP. You know what I mean? A lot of them just don't. You think Adam Fletcher is sitting there on a fucking Saturday jumping into a public duel game on D2R? No shot he is. Like, no shot. And even if he was, you think he's like actually name locking people and CT casting and, you know what I mean? It's to assume that they're not fixing it because they hate PvP is to assume that they know how to duel. And I honestly don't think that a lot of the original programmers even really would have understood these top tier strategies that a lot of people do. Like, they're just not very intuitive. No doubt, and probably true for most games. He's TPPKing everybody in hardcore right now. They did fix the TPPK though. I don't think you can do that with any skills now. They actually fix it with all the skills. You can't even Ice Blast, you can't Fireball, you can't Arrow, nothing. I think that's been fixed since LOD though. It's even fixed in LOD. Eleet recasting that battle orders, good call. He can't go too long without the battle orders, or he could get called for defensive play. And he knows that. He realized his battle orders was out there, wisely teleported away. Nice exchanges here from Maty, staying close. And Eleet actually won that exchange though. And he continues to aggress Maty here and not let him recast these pets. But he could pay for it here if he's not careful. Some well-placed NATOs there from Maty. Dude, Eleet just got in some massive damage in those exchanges. And I mean massive damage. Maty went from a very healthy life total to about 30% real quick. I say good, man. I think that's kind of the spirit of hardcore, right? Like, you can insta-quit if people hostile you. That's how it should be. It was the most demoralizing thing back when I figured out what TPPK was in hardcore and LOD. It was the most demoralizing thing. That'll make people quit. That's for sure. Nice well-placed NATOs there from Maty. Eleet still just narrowly escaping them. Oh, big hits! This is a very high level DVN or NVD right here. Very high level. Both these players extremely good. Oh, nicely placed NATO there from Maty. He knew Eleet was going to teleport on the other side of that half box, and he had a NATO waiting for him right there. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but it was fucking clutch. Yeah, and he continues to do it, though. You notice that when he's on Eleet's screen, he's throwing NATOs, making it so that Eleet cannot follow him or stomp him or even remotely get aggressive at that point. He sort of sets himself up before he tries to get those name locks. Really like that from Maty. But again, you run the risk of Eleet killing a lot of those pets and healing life back. Big opportunity for Maty right there. Now Eleet is going to turn up the heat.
I can't carry it.
Yeah, you could always PK with dirty TPs. I don't think you'll get smart players like that, though. You'll get the newbies. I think the days of PKing very seasoned, experienced players all the time is probably over. Definitely not what it used to be, that's for sure. Definitely not what it used to be back in the days of TPPK. Dude, Eleet doing a great job of keeping the pressure on Maty here. He notices that Maty's low. We're going to try to swap over to Maty's perspective here. See how he's looking. He's, I mean, he's at a decently healthy life total. He's not going to get teeth PK'd, but not in good shape, man. It's probably going to change. It's probably going to change how he goes about and approaches the rest of this round. Beautiful exchange there. Those are the exchanges that you wait for in NVD, man. Those close range walk down exchanges. That's where you can really see a high level, very skilled necro like Eleet. You can see him sometimes come out on top in those exchanges, but it's just so nail biting in those moments. It's really cool to see. Maty setting himself up there, trying to make it so Eleet couldn't teleport away, but Eleet finds a way to do it. Very tight exchange. Maty not kicking around too long because he knows that if he does stay in those exchanges, looking for that stomp for too long, Eleet's going to spear him. And Eleet is very quick on that. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. God Aster. Appreciate it, man. We're gonna have an interesting one coming very soon. I'm gonna do some work on it this weekend. I really want to get it right. That's what I try to do in the videos that I put out there. I try to learn as much as I can about a build, talk to people, because I don't always play the builds right away that I talk about. But if I ever do, I want to be able to go back and know exactly what was best. You know, I've done that a lot. I actually I had to revisit one of my older videos to make sure about something, and I was like, I'm so happy that I do this shit and I put the time into it. You know, because sometimes they're good to go back and watch, and I'm glad that you're enjoying them, my dude. I put a lot of work into them, so it means a lot. Oh yeah. We're gonna have some PvP in there. We're gonna be talking about a big up and coming class that's like a lot of people are actually using it for PVM right now, but it's actually surprisingly good in PvP. I recently built one, and as I do with basically any character that I build, I try to make a PVM version first so I can level in like pub games and shit. So I've had fun experimenting with that version of it and also learning, you know, what might be best in slot for PvP. There's also a glitch that exists right now that actually makes the build a little better in certain situations. So I'm going to talk about that too. I mean, it's hard to quantify that, man. It's hard to quantify it. It's probably from a charger, I would guess. By the way, cheers to you, Brock Tap. What's up, my dude? Score is currently 1-1, dude. Maty repping some life back too. He's probably happy about that. Hasn't really caught any serious punishment as of late, but nice spear there from Eleet. That might have connected. Nice exchange there from both players. I think Eleet came out on top of that one. Oh, Xander. By the way, I would highly suggest those bail runs. Really good bail runs. If I wasn't watching DFC, dude, I would be on top of that. Best bail runs you'll ever be in, boys. Xander's bail runs. Just singles for now. I'd be open to teams. I'd be open to teams. Oh, man. Nice defensive NATO there from Maty. Seeing that stomp coming, seeing Eleet chasing him. He was resetting his pets, but he ended up scoring some damage there. Very nicely done. Yeah, and you can see Maty really hasn't been punished significantly by those spirit trains. And it's because of his choice to use these wolves. So although he is giving Eleet the opportunity to heal back life here, it has saved him in more ways than you can imagine. Like this go-to strategy for Eleet right here is sort of being thwarted to some degree by all of these pets. Yeah, I think it's honestly a great strategy against the Necro to go in with a bunch of wolves. By the way, Middles, hey man, thanks so much for the raid. I appreciate that. And cheers to you. Welcome, welcome everybody. If this is your first time checking me out, my name's Cooley. We do a lot of PvP here. Right now, we're watching a very intense nail-biting match between Eleet and Maty, aka Synced on YouTube. It's very close, man, from these French-Canadian patrons right here. Currently 1-1, and both players are very low in round 3 here. Oh, nice shots there from Eleet, and he finishes it up at this close-range exchange and gets there, making it 2-1 in favor of Eleet. Very nicely done. What a duel, man. What a fucking duel. Like, it's so hard to maintain your attention and your concentration like this, man. Like, you know what the real question is about D2 PvP that I want to know the answer to? How many calories does a high-level fighter burn with their brain having to duel this guy? It probably gets your blood pressure up, your heart rate up. Y'all don't think that's possible, but I'm telling you, that shit's possible. If you don't think that your heart rate can get up by playing a video game, go step outside the moor when you're playing hardcore and get hostile by someone and see if your heart rate doesn't go up with the character that you've spent days making. Like, the same thing can happen in a high-profile PvP match, dude. Yeah, I mean, there's that. That's movement too, right, King? Like, burning calories all over the place, dude. It's crazy. I seriously think, man, it does take a very high level of concentration and mental effort, dude. It's like mentally taxing.
The order welcomes you.
What I hear him saying. GG. Nobody else streaming?
Good day.
Nobody else streaming, so we can check back into this? No worries if not. This is actually a pretty intense match. I don't mind watching this. I don't mind watching this at all. Popping over to Maty's perspective here. We'll watch this for a little bit. Clay Golem's banned because it's just not necessary. A Necro has other golems that they can use. And Clay Golem like has 50% slow on it. So all of the matchups where it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, and you're like, hey, why is it banned? But all the matchups where it does matter, it like really fucking matters. You know what I mean? Like when you're going up against a Smiter, you're going up against a Zon, or you're going up against a barb that's trying to zerk you, and they crack that clay golem, they're just not gonna win. Like, they're not, like, the only way that a barb is going to efficiently kill a necro is to chain zerk them these days. And so having a clay golem there, that if you name lock the clay golem instead, or if the clay golem hits you while you have 0 defense and you're slowed by 50%, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, it's just not needed. Like, it's kind of overkill with the already most powerful build in the game. So in light of which, we just decided they didn't need it. All right, and by the way, Root is streaming. I do see your screen there. I'm just seeing like a little preview of it, Root. Looks like you're getting ready to fire it up. Good stuff, dude. Just let me know when you're ready to go. I'll pop into your duel too. I'd love to see Root do some duels. Root's probably one of the best druids that we've ever seen in any DFC, any season. And he's carried those skills over with him into D2R, man. Dude's been kicking ass on a druid ever since LOD. I think Eleet has a big advantage here early on. Root tier 1 confirmed for sure.
I can't carry anymore.
No, it doesn't matter to me, Jams. Thanks, though, for doing that. Thanks for making a game and clearing it, my dude. If you're ready, dude, I might pop in after this round right here, and we'll check in, because if Eleet wins this round right here, it means that if we miss the rest of this duel, then Eleet won, but we might be able to get our duel in, and if this is still going, that means Maty probably had a big comeback. So either way, like, pretty cool to check back in with it afterwards.
I can't carry anymore.
Yep, I'm down for that. Just message me game or whatnot, and after this round, I'll pop in. We also, if Root's going, I want to check on Root and just see if we can catch a round to his duel too. He was nice enough to fire that up. Oh, big hits from Maty, and Maty's staying tight here. Wow, dude, both players probably about an equal life total here, probably just a little bit over half. This is nuts. The PvP build has the lowest cost of entry. Probably the Necro. Believe it or not, probably Necro. You could actually make a Necro that meets all of the breakpoints that you need. It wouldn't have the G'est of G gear, but like probably your most expensive thing would be a 220 helm if you wanted to go that route. But you probably could also do it without that and just use Shaco. So probably the most powerful class that has the lowest cost of entry is a Necro. Bone Necro for sure. An Assassin isn't too bad if you use Rune Words. You know, if you're using like Plague and Chaos. But like the problem is, like, it's gonna be long duels. You're gonna, like, it takes a while to become seasoned on a Sin, I think. Takes a while to really become seasoned on a trap Sin. Walmart Sin here. Can't wait to see your duel tonight, Max. By the way, Max is back in the DFC this week, boys. And it's going to be dope. He's got a very, very interesting Sin build that I cannot wait to see. Nice fancy footwork here from Eleet, and he manages to escape basically unscathed. It looks like he caught a little bit of damage, but Bone Armor absorbed most of it. Not afraid to exchange, man. Also matched up against a unique Sork, which may give me trouble. Well, I can't wait to see it, dude. Either way, cannot wait to see it. I don't know, dude. You went up against my Immortal Sork and basically one-shotted it with that fucking Sin. So, I'm not sure what kind of Sork you could be talking about. But I think if she makes the mistake of getting too close and staying there for too long, she's in a lot of fucking trouble. Ah, okay. Oh, really? Dude, I've always said Fire Sorks need to use Hydra way more than they do. Like, no Fire Sorks are using Hydra. You should be CT casting Hydra with a Fire Sork these days. Like, it's just, even if you only have 1 point into it, it's just such a good skill, man. It literally, it's almost like using a bow and arrow on a Paladin or a Sin or a Barb. It just changes the way your opponent duels. Like, instead of always dodging you, sometimes they might try to aggress you when you're CT casting Hydra on them. Like, sometimes it might change the way that they duel. And I really like that. So, yeah, we will see. All right, we're going to pop into Maty's point of view here. Looks like he's at about 60% or so. He had a nice sneaky name lock there, but I think Eleet sensed it and sort of teleported away. But Maty gets another hit in there. Looks like Bone Armor ate just about all of it. God damn that Bone Armor. God damn that Bone Armor, boys. OP. Bone Armor, OP. Vita, Fireball, Sork, sick. Yeah, this is a good match list tonight, Dio. Very good match list, man. It's pretty sweet. Maty could make this 2-2 here. And if he does, what a duel, man. I knew this was going to be a good duel. But holy shit, man. Who would have thought? Maty, such a ringer in this matchup against literally the best Necro in the world. Ringer. It's first to 5 in these matches right here. So the first player to rack up 5 wins, which for this matchup is going to take a while. So that's why after this, we're going to check in on Root, see if he's dueling. We'll probably catch a round or 2 of that, depending on how long that takes. And then I might jet over to my duel, and we'll get that done. I know Jamie Jams has a game up and he's waiting. Zeal Sork incoming. Oh, that'd be sick, man. We ain't seen one of those in a while. I think they're probably in a good spot right now, especially if you go like Immortal Zeal or try to make like an Immortal Zeal. We haven't really seen, you know, well, obviously we wouldn't see Immortal Sorceresses in the DFC, but I have thought about ways to try to get them back because I think it's one of those builds that when you're watching an Immortal Sorceress duel, a lot of people root for the Immortal Sorceress. Like, it's a fun build to watch. Even if sometimes it's like demoralizing for another player. It's one of those demoralizing builds that's actually cool. Unlike, say, an Oridin, which is demoralizing and not cool to watch. Appreciate you, Jamie Jams. Thanks so much. Also trying to reach level 98. Sick, man. Be entering DFC next ladder season. Got P-Combs. Ooh, nice P-Comb, dude. 45 Lifer. 2020 Annihilus sitting on ladder. Oh, sick, man. Yeah, that's some good gear. That's some good gear. Paladin a little outmatched by a lot of classes, dude. But, like, if you're good on a Paladin, I honestly think that, you know, it's honestly my strategy to try to tear it up as much as I can in the middle tier of DFC with a Paladin. Because I think it's very underrated at the middle tier. And then if I get into top 10, I'll probably switch it up again. If I win tonight, I think I'll be in top 10. I think I might just press top 10 with a win tonight if I can get it. I was on a good streak there for a while. And I got a win against Necessary Paper last week. Granted, it was kind of... I don't think it was a very fair matchup for Necessary Paper, honestly. Because whenever you have like a Din v Smiter, it's heavily in favor of, or I should say a Hammerdin versus Smiter. I think it's heavily in favor of the Hammerdin. But like the VT can do it. It just takes a very specific strategy that I think Necessary Paper wasn't used to. Oh, big hits from Maty, and Maty takes it, evening up the score, man. Holy shit, boys! This is one hell of a time. But while this is 2-2 here, we're gonna pop into Root's match here and see how this is going. Looks like he is in game with his opponent. We don't know the score yet, but what I'm gonna do in the meantime is fire up my client. I'm gonna check the Discord here, see what game you're in, Jamie Jams, and see if I can join up. Cool. I'll be there in just a second. Going up against Jamie Jams, who is on a VT, and that's why I didn't want to tell the strategy, because Jamie Jams is on a VT tonight. And I don't want to reveal the strategy. I don't want to reveal the winning strategy because it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple, and it's very hard for me to deal with it. But we'll see if Jammy Jam's got what it takes. I'm just going to join up. All right, I'm going to jump in game jams, but still kind of AFK for a second, just watching this round of Root. All right. Sorry about that. Just getting some shit ready on my dude. And, yeah, we're checking out Root here. Now, I just want to see. I'm going to check the arena event here. Looks like Root is going up against... Wasted, who is a very underrated player, I think. Wasted, not the highest ranked in the DFC, but he's like the boogeyman of the bottom bracket at this point. Like, all of his duels have been against like pretty savage people, and his losses, although they go on there as a loss, shouldn't be understated because they've been hard fought battles where he's almost won. And I believe he's coming off of a win recently against who was it? I Am Lights, who was on a very tricky, interesting, fun to watch barbarian, who was just chain zerking with a two-handed BOTD. It was a very close duel, 5-4, but I think Wasted pulled that one out last week. Oh, is that what I said? Yep, yeah. Root gonna win. I think so too. If I was a betting man, I would say Root's got it. Root's just a really good druid, and he's no stranger to this matchup. Nice stomp there from Root. And just wisely gets out. He's a very patient druid, just like that. Looking for a beautiful opportunity to stomp, and he gets it, dude. GG. Nicely done from Root. That's what we're talking about, boys. Just an absolutely insane, savage dueler. Root, tier 1 for sure. All right, let's do this. I'm going to try to pop over to this. You might have a black screen here. We're going to see if we can get this in. So I'm going up against Jammy Jams. I just switched over to T-Gods here. Want to make sure I don't have too much Sorb on. Yeah, we've got this. I'm gonna assume he knows the strategy and play like I should play first. I'm gonna assume he knows what to do, and I'm gonna do what I should do. We're gonna play this right. Oh, I don't have another P-comb, do I? No. Oh, what a dummy. What a dummy. I took my P-comb completely away. What big dummy. Wow. Oh, what a dummy. What kind of paladin player am I? I think we'll probably just go with this then. All right, good stuff. Looks like those guys are practicing in the moor right now, so I'm gonna cut back over to Root while these guys are practicing. Let's check this out. Practicing up, getting in the zone, because he's gonna be going up against one of the best paladins in the game right now, boys. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I recently traded a very nice LOD Paliama on your Discord and started thinking, how do you get into dueling for the first time? Dude, just build a dueler and pop into a pub game or pop into one of the games that people post in the Discord. Just do it, dude. That's it. Like, there's never a perfect time to get into anything. Just do it. Like, if you want to do it, just do it. Do it. Learn. It's the only way to go about it. And by the way, dude, Root pulls it out again here in this second round. I believe making it 2-0. It could be even higher than that. All right, So I'm going to cut back over to me and Jammy Jams here. Because we about to get our duel going down. Oh, he's got a nice pool. He's got a nice pool going. What's up, dude? You ready? Make sure we've got this. All right, here we go, man. He's ready. We're ready to start up round 1. That's some big hits from him, dude. Wow, holy shit, close round. Good duel, man. Oh my god, I thought he was going to get that. I think he knows the strategy. I think he knows the strategy, boys. Yeah, he's pretty savvy with it.
Good evening.
Wow. Whoa, Fino, what's up, dude? The best paladin. That's true, dude. I think I got my ass beat. It was close, okay? It was close. I got my ass beat by Fino. No, wait, I think I beat you. Didn't I beat you? It was like 5-4. I think I beat you 5-4. Am I misremembering this? Because if so, I'm chalking that up into one of my best wins ever in Diablo 2 history. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I did.
I am overboard.
GG. Quick in and out. Just a quick in and out, boys. That's how we do. Fino easy. Humbled. Dude, Fino, I gotta say, of all the paladins I've dueled, of all the Hammerdins I've dueled, Fino was the best. We literally thought he was modding. We actually didn't know it was Fino at first. I shouldn't say we. I knew that he wasn't. But there was some people in chat being like, dude, this guy's fucking mods. Like, this guy's modding. All right, round 3, currently 2-0 in favor of Cooley. Oh, nice hit. GG. I did land a hammer, but it wasn't good enough. You got some good smites in on there. It's tough, man, getting in on a smiter like that, especially with this build, with this setup. I actually have no DR because my plan is to not get hit. Like, you just don't get hit by a smiter. That's literally the game plan. All right, go. Nice hit. GG. Tricky. Thanks, man. He says, nice chain. Good sport, dude. I was hoping he wasn't up smiting there. I was like, this is kind of a big risk. He could be up smiting and I'm going to be fucked, but I was like, yeah, we gotta go for it. I think Cooley is Gmodding. Please test. I will not test for this Gmod. You just have to trust. All right, go, bro. Thanks, Sipix. 3-1.
I am overburdened.
Four one, boys. GG. GG. Catching him on that FOH, man, is clutch. I'm trying to time him so he doesn't know when I'm going to stomp. But he definitely knows what he's doing. I'll call it because he knows what he's doing. Like, I didn't know if Jams would know how to do this. But, like, the strategy against a Murderden, believe it or not, is actually to just FOH me for the most part. Like, he's actually doing it right. Like, you don't want to overcommit looking for a smite or trying to chain because that could go pretty bad. But, like, if you just keep the FOH up and keep that going, especially if I get really crafty and use the bow, you just win. But the alternative is I just swap to this setup and go, I actually need to get a caster ring. That's what I need. And I just start teleporting around. Like, teleport, chuck some hams. Like, that's basically what you do from here. Like, the answer to the answer is just be a Hammerden. Oh, yeah, for sure, plan 3. Because the plan against a smiter is don't get hit. It's not survive as many smites as I possibly can. It's just don't get hit. That's why stomping is a little risky. GG's, dude. GG's. That's insane. So, dude, for this paladin, by the way, it looks like Root's done. He finished up his match. It must have gone 5-0, I'm gonna guess. Just checking over the Discord. I see he's not streaming now, so I'm gonna guess it's 5-0. Dude, GG. Streaming now versus Dio. Okay, thanks, Joby. We'll jet over to that in just a second. So this is what I used for the, against a smiter. The plan is don't get hit by smite. It's not survive as many smites as you can. It's just don't get hit. And so what we do is we just go max cast. We have Oak Sage from Heart of the Oak. We get 40 cast and 3 skills. Also, it's just really good. Gives you the resistances too. We're not going to be charging down and smiting back with grief, so we just take it off. We go with the 220 helm to help us hit the breakpoint. Mad resistances, Maras, you know, just a typical Hammerden, really. We have Nature's Peace here so that we can bow our Oak Sage without it dying and have even more life. So that's how we basically tank more, you know, as many smite. We kind of have more DR. We have like 5-10% more life because of it. But you know, we don't really stack up the DR. These easily should have been resist boots, and then we just have P combs, lightning res charms, and you know, this actually should be out of my inventory. I should have another P comb that it looks like I took care of and put somewhere. But helm is a 222 open socket. and I have two 15-15s in here. So 15 IAS, 15 all res. It's so that in certain matchups I can bust out the bow and arrow. This is not a matchup for the bow and arrow though. You don't want it. You just want to be a hammered in. All right, GG. Let me get this updated here. Dude, good duels, Jammy Jams. I appreciate that. You actually did have the right strategy there. Unfortunately, I've played with Joby so much and I know the strategy. So I was ready. I was ready. Dude, but good duels, man. Good duels. You actually had me a little confused in the beginning. I was like, God damn it, he knows the strategy. Just kept FOHing, kept doing his thing. That was really good, dude. Very well played. Very well played and great duels. Okay, so I'm going to pop back over to this, get these up, and then we'll check out Joby's duel here. Might be able to hear that going. In fact, fuck it. I'm just going to put these in, and I'll put you guys over on Joby's duel. You don't want to watch me input data into a sheet. Seems dumb. Oh, and by the way, dude, N7 Reaper, my dude, 15 months. Let's go. 15 months of Cooley. Dude, holy shit, man. Thank you so much. That means a lot. N7 Reaper, it's been an absolute pleasure for all of these 15 months. I always love seeing you. I want to thank you for following me wherever I stream, man. I always love the energy and the vibes that you bring, and thank you so much for that 15 months. Cheers to you. All right, so just putting in some results here. We got Root with likely a 5-0. I'm going to guess that's 5-0. We got Cooley with a 5-1. And Joby is going up against Dio here. Now, this is actually a really interesting match. Joby is just coming off of a win versus a Druid. He's very, very good against a Druid. With his VT, he knows what to do. But Dio is a different kind of dueler, man. This guy is a different kind of Druid. He actually knows the strategy versus a VT, and especially a life-tapping VT, which is likely what Joby is here. He doesn't have much damage on Dio right now, and Dio is really getting the better of these exchanges. You notice what Dio's doing? Is he's getting in and out, but Joby catches him just like that, and it's over. Catches him, and it's over. Yes. Dude. This is what I mean. This is going to be a fight, boys. This is a fucking card. All right, sick. Root, thank you so much, man. I was hoping to pop in. Well, Jammy Jams and I actually dueled really quick there. I was hoping to catch the tail end of that. I figured it was probably going to go that way. It looks like you kind of knew how to duel in that matchup, as I've seen you do it many times. I've changed to Bear only versus Exile Pallies. No shit. Interesting. This win, I think it does give me top 10, Fino. I don't believe I deserve to be in the top 10, but I think because of my consistency in the DFC, anything can happen. I believe it puts me in top 10. We'll have to see when all of the results come in. But we will see. I think I was like number 11 or 12 before, so likely a win would put me in top 10, but Fino's not even ranked because Fino is just so bad. He's just not sure if you've ever seen him on a hammer den. Just good practice because he's not very good on one. JK. He's extremely good. He's one of the best hammer dens in D2, period. One of the best hammer dens ever. But yeah, we've seen him pop in after some of the DFC events before, but we haven't seen Fino in the DFC for a long time. I think since like the 3rd season of DFC in LOD. I remember Fino made a character on East so that he could come duel with us on East. It was one of the most honorable things I'd ever had anybody do for our event in the DFC. Like literally one of the best European players, and he makes a character on East. Suffers shitty ping just to come over and duel in the DFC. It was so fun to watch him. I was honored that he just did that. That was back on LOD where you had to actually make a whole new character on a different realm. You couldn't just like bring it over like you can in D2R. Oh man, Dio was just a little slow there, and Joby wasted no time catching him. Nice NATO from Dio. So can you explain the logic root behind the bear against exile druids? Is it just that they have less pets to grab, or is it because I feel like a bear could kind of bite you in the ass a little bit. Oh my God! Life tap literally keeping Joby alive there. Literally keeping Joby alive. Those were some really well placed NATOs from Dio. Dio actually did really good there. Oh my God! Nice catch from Joby. I believe 2-0 currently. So what Dio wants to do is Dio actually wants to. He has a very good strategy. You notice that he's not stomping Joby. What he's doing is he's trying to bait Joby into some close range war, and then quickly get out. Like, just quickly get out. Have Joby eat a NATO and don't let him connect with any of your pets or anything. Just get out. Yeah, right. We might. Joby makes a good case for it, but you know, it's hard to base anything off from like one of the best players on the class. But we will see, man. We will see. Perhaps Joby will come up through the ranks and absolutely destroy people, and it will all be because of life tap, and then we'll have to reconsider. But as it stands right now, Paladins kind of suck. Oh, nice name grab from Joby, and a quick follow-up. Man, just a textbook Joby attack right there. A textbook Joby attack. Jesus, tap is not... I don't even think that was tap. Like, I don't think Dio did enough damage to even be relevant in that fight, in that round right there. Like, that was just the textbook Joby attack. That second round, though, absolutely saved him. The tap saved him in the second round. No doubt about it. No question in my mind. He got saved multiple times by tap. Yeah, it was just textbook great performance from Joby there. He didn't need tap. If tap was BM, do you think we would call it? you think we would call it? No, it's allowed. It's allowed on Paladins and Barbs because Paladins and Barbs for the longest time were sort of underprivileged classes. They're just not good. They're in the lower tier of all the duelers right now. So we just allowed them to have life tap. Just because why not? Like, if it helps them, it helps them. They needed all the help they can get. Barbs are getting better now, but it's not really because of life tap. Nice job from Dio. Dio actually got some really good damage in, and Joby might be Hurricane PK. Doing some up smiting here. Dio's being very cautious. He's getting in close, close enough to try to get his Hurricane to hit, but he's not stomping. I actually really like this. Clutch idea. Clutch idea. Dio being careful not to get too overzealous. Oh my God, and Joby gets it. What the fuck? Well done. No tap in that. There was no tap in that duel. That was just straight GG. Shoulder trick. Thank you, Cooley. Joby picking up on that shoulder trick. He must have watched all the PvP tips and tricks videos. Wow, what a student of the game. And rather ironic because it was actually Joby who taught me that. Then I make a video on it, and then he cites my video as the reason he knows it. This is like some Twilight Zone shit. That was very good. Joby was definitely Hurricane PK in that last exchange. Master Cooley. Yeah, no way. I was actually smiting at the waist for the longest time before that. I was up smiting at the waist. Not the right thing to do. Oh, nice chain here from Joby. Very nice chain from Joby. Nice chain lock from Joby, man. See, when we talk about chain locks, that's how to do it, boys. All right, now that was a blatant save from life tap right there. Joby gets a reset because of that. Oh, but he eats a NATO. Dio's trying to recast all of his wolves here to sort of take that life tap off of him, but he's actually in a lot of trouble here too. Joby taps again, taps one of his wolves and gets some life back. But Dio's doing a good job of staying defensive here and keeping those NATOs up. And I think he's finally recasted his wolves so that they're no longer tapped. Joby's going to have to hit Dio proper to get some life tap now, but he had a nice chain there. Nice chain lock and some nice NATOs from Dio. Yet another tap from Joby. This is going to be demoralizing for Dio. Yeah, they are definitely tap saved, for sure. He was puddled and everything, but yeah, I mean, he was puddled too. That was an interesting exchange. Oh, nice sneaky pet grab there from Joby. Gets another tap. Luckily, though, he's like kind of already full. Didn't really do much for him, but Dio's going to have to recast those wolves. And Joby is trying not to let him do it. Oh, man, and there it is. 5-0, right? Good duels, man. That was tap for sure, Joby says. Yep, for sure. GG, man. GG. Tapped the whole time. Yep. Perhaps we consider limiting tap in the future, but I think until we see, like, Paladins tap their way to a cheesy top 5, I think I'm okay with it, man. I think it's just one of those things you have to deal with on a Paladin. We do it in Uber Tristram. It's a skill in their repertoire that's pretty fucking devastating. Got to deal with it. Tap, fair and balanced. Do you want to heal? Do you want to rep to full multiple times in a duel? Just play the worst class. And it's allowed. GG. Nicely done, Joby. Nicely done. That was awesome, man. Very, very nicely done. And dude, I think the vamp fight is still going on. Look at this, boys. We didn't miss anything. It's still going. Aren't you glad we checked out some other matches? It's still going. GG. What's the score, guys, in the Maty versus Eleet? Yeah, same here. Couldn't agree more, Joby. Tap is extremely strong. It definitely is. Joby also played like a champ. That was very good. I gotta say though, even though Dio lost there, you can't underestimate how he played. He actually played that really well, and not a lot of people would even notice it. It's easy to overlook when someone loses. It's easy to overlook how well they played, but like Dio actually played pretty decently there. The only thing is, he gave Joby a couple of windows every once in a while for him to grab nasty chain locks, and he wasn't able to break them very easily. That is deadly against Joby. If you let Joby chain lock you like that, he's gonna fuck you up, dude. Like, if Joby gets more than 2 chains off you, hang it up, dude. It's gonna be bad. And there was a couple of times Joby just went 4, 5, 6 times chain locking. Like, it was just really well played on Joby's part. But what Dio was doing is he was getting close but not stomping, and his whole strategy, very subtle. What he was doing, getting in close, don't stomp, throw a NATO, and don't wait around. Like, throw a very well placed NATO and don't wait around. Like, get in and out in a very strategic and opportunistic way, and he played it very well. And he also had some very nice defensive NATOs waiting there for him too. Oh yeah, no doubt, dude. It's like its own little. It's like pitching a tent. These guys pitch a mana tent in multiple places. They're having a fucking Blood Moor party. That's what it is. I'm not sure yet, G-Sauce. We're just tuning back into it. When we left, it was 2-2. We've had, I think, 3 matches happen. 3 or 4 matches actually happen in the meantime. So it's a very long match. Very, very long match. I see Bowie in the join the stream channel. Bowie, where are you at, my dude? The people miss their champ. Next week, you got to show up or we got to vacate the title. God damn it. Something tells me you'll be there, though. You're gonna go up against the winner of this fight right here. It's gonna be Maty or Eleet. Retired. Oh, word, really? So first, like, serious? Retired till patch? Till we get some plagues? Yeah, playing against the Elite, there's always mana in the Bloodmore. For sure. It doesn't miss a beat. Doesn't miss a beat, dude. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I figured it was probably that. Elite was a little slow there to teleport away. A big opportunity for Maty, but I think Maty just missed it. I mean, you got to figure, dude, this is a long-ass duel. I just had my FT5 with Jams. Root had his FT5 already. You know, we just watched Joby and Dio's FT5. Like, there's been a lot of duels. This is a different kind of duel, man, that requires a whole different level of mental acuity for a very, very long time. Yeah, I honestly don't blame you, dude. I think the Sin like gets better with Plague. Like, it's going to be such a nice addition and really good to have that. Yeah, no worries, dude. No worries. Come back, and you'll be welcomed with open arms, my dude. Weird DVN. Well, why not? Why shouldn't Plague be GM? Plague is sweet. Plague is dope. Like, what is it? What does Plague do that is like super broken? Like, what is it? What does it do? Like, yeah, I know what it does. It's got cleansing, it's got deadly strike, open wounds, nasty damage, +5 trap claw. It's fucking sweet. Why is it broken? That's what I don't understand. I don't think it is. No, cleanse, lower res, that's fucking sweet. Do you know how long Sin duels last? Fucking proc lower res and get them done. And make trappers great again. Absolutely. Do it. 100%. Sin duels last so fucking long. Lower res the shit out of them. Don't give a fuck. That's awesome. Hurry those bitches up. Like, great. I think that's awesome. Not broken. Not broken. I will say, I'll change my mind if we see Sins just absolutely dominate again with Plague. I'll change my mind. But we did see a few events where Bowie was wearing a Plague. Somebody else was wearing a Plague too. It was just cool. It was just cool to see. It was fun. I mean, it was one of those things where if people avoid Sin so much that if you proc lower res, if they proc it on you, you're still going to avoid them. It isn't like you suddenly have to not stay on the screen of a Sin. You were doing that anyway. So now there's a lot more stakes if you don't. Now you really have to. Now you have to be, you know, you have to really double down on that strategy and wait till lower res runs out. No problem. Plago can 1v1, ban it in teams. I could see that. I could see that. Because it's got the cleansing and the lower res proc. Yeah, it could be good. Could be good. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have to, when ladder resets, let's do some team duels. And, like, let's do some team duels. I'll have my Plagues ready to go. I already have some sick ones on ladder that I'm going to bring over. And I'll see how busted my Sin is. I have like a couple of different Sins now. You've already done it? Is it really bad? You did team duels? Oh, no shit. It's wicked AIDS. What, because of the cleansing? What makes it AIDS in teams? The cleansing? I don't think we figured it out yet, Max. No shit. Okay. I'll just trust you guys on that. We so rarely do team duels anyway, but yeah, we could ban it in teams. I'll trust you guys on it. But in 1v1, it wasn't really that bad. It was like awesome. It was really cool to see it. There was a couple of times that lower res procced and it just hurried the duel up. It made it so that a Sin duel didn't last 30 minutes. Like, you want to inject your arms with drugs, man. Word. Yep, makes sense. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I'm curious. I just want to jam it in teams, or at least see somebody else do it to see how bad it is. I'll ban it, but amp lasts 8 seconds with fade, right? With cleanse, it's like 2 or 3. Sweet. Yeah, great. Okay. Cool. Barbs also have Chain Zerk now, and nobody likes Zons in teams. So like any character that Amp would be good with, such as a Zon, everybody hates Zons anyway. Like who is like, oh man, I'm so happy to be dueling against this Zon in teams. Like, man, you're really putting the fucks to me, making that Amp go away quicker, because I was otherwise really looking forward to dueling this Zon on the other team. You know what I mean? Now I guess it's fair. Now I have nothing to complain about with this Zon, because, you know, Amp is here. And then a Barb can just Chain Zerk you, and the magic damage doesn't get affected by Amp either way. Sure, like the Whirlwind does, but you got pets, you got all this other stuff. So, like, yeah, Amp is cool, but is it like a... I don't know, like, there's just an answer to it. Okay. That'd be cool. It'd be cool. The problem with having like continual leagues like that is people's schedules, I would think. But I'd be down for it for sure. We might even just be able to do like a separate league of teams. Oh, bad stomp there from Eleet, and I think he paid for it a little bit.
I can't carry anymore.
GB, Titan, Cam, and Bob. I'm unfamiliar with this team, but it sounds vicious. Yeah, like, I mean, I'll believe you guys. I'm not totally convinced that even in teams it's bad. Like, if the reason is because if your opponent's running a Necro, the most powerful class in the game in teams and in anything, if they're running the most powerful class in the game, the fucking secondary skill that they can cast to make shit miserable for the other team is cleansed off a little quicker. Like, if that's the reason, I guess I'm just not convinced that, like...
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Amp versus no Amp, I guess, yeah. Okay. So I guess, like, it would force... Such a thing would just force every team to have a Necro and a Sin when those teams probably should already have those anyway, right? Too much to deal with in teams already. Can't have constant cleansing and lower res to worry about. Makes Amp useless, and say there's multiple elements to stack Sorb. You're screwed, all coming from one single item that requires 0 sacrifice. True. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'll initially we'll ban it in teams, but We should do some impromptu team duels that just allow plague. And just see how it goes. Man, Maty getting some damage in, dude. And I think he's still at a pretty healthy life total. By the way, I see Brand L streaming up, dude. That's actually really good to see. Brand L is actually going up against Max tonight. That is a duel that I definitely want to see. Brand L is very underrated on a Fire Sork, I think. Very underrated. Actually, now that you mention it, Max, yeah. I totally forgot that was your opponent tonight. Yeah, he's a really good sorceress. Underrated. He's had, I think, 1 or 2 duels here in the DFC so far, and has been pretty dominant in them. You can definitely see he's a different type of Fire Sorceress. That's going to be good, dude. I got to keep an eye on that. Are you guys dueling right now? Because I most certainly want to check that out. I see both of you guys in game. That's cool. I think after this round, I want to catch the score. I want to know what the score is for these guys. And then once we catch the score after this round, if it's like 3-3, we'll jet over to Max versus Brand. If it's like 4-4 though, we gotta watch it. If it's anything but 4-4,
I can't carry anymore.
we'll jet over to that duel. But if it's 4-4 and there's only 1 round left, we gotta see it. It's such high intensity. God, I was at the dentist with all these teeth flying everywhere.
Can't do that here.
Yeah, man. This is DVN. I think what's going on here is Eleet might sense that Maty is a little low. I'm gonna check on Maty's life total. That's what I was doing. Dude, Maty is at a very healthy life total. Vamp trying to rep some life back. Probably at about 43% life. DQ him already. No, it is. It's the nature of the duel, man. Druid's got to be a little aggro. You know, I don't know what we would do differently. In opportunistic situations, Eleet is doing what he needs to do. He will engage in the walk down spear battles, but right now it kind of makes sense for him not to because Maty's so high in life. What he's trying to do is rep back life by killing Maty's pets. Like, and Maty still has these like insane opportunities, and he's still like getting the best of him in these exchanges. So it's like not necessarily working. This is the nature of the duel, man. Like you can't call stuff just because a duel takes long. Like some of them just do that. You guys remember Necro v Sin and LOD? That shit would take fucking hours. That shit would take hours. Well, he's also just like if he's spearing while he's off map like that, it's not really gonna do anything. He should be spearing when Maty comes in for sure. And he does. See what I mean? Like he will. He's just he's trying to set up these like nasty chains to catch Maty. But Maty is also using wolves, and that's probably what's making the duel last so long. Is because Eleet is used to catching his opponent in these vicious spirit trains, especially his druid opponents that opt to use bear, and Maty is opting to use wolves, sacrificing a little bit of that heal that he's given his opponent back, but it makes it so he's not as susceptible to dying to these like ridiculous trains of Eleet. So I mean, it makes total sense now that Eleet has switched to teeth. Like I really don't blame him. The spirit isn't working. So like he kind of has to do this and then engage with spear when he can, when he has a good angle. Like he's doing what he needs to do.
I am overburdened.
We did a whole team duel, get body and FT3s in what, 5-10 minutes? Yeah. I mean, it's sometimes, dude. I mean, what's your point? What are you saying? We should do something because the duel lasts long? How long have you actually dueled in D2? Some shit happens like this. Like, sometimes it's just like this.
I am overburdened.
Sometimes it bees like that. As a wise man once said, DQ Elite, easy. I don't think you're alone in that sentiment. A lot of people are DQ Elite. IBS, DQ. By the way, cheers, Jovi. Yeah. Elite is... Here's a problem with Elete. He's such an easy player for people to hate on. He's such an easy player for people to hate on. You can't deny that. He is... I don't think I've ever been in a DFC event where anybody was rooting for Elete, right? Like, no one was like, yeah, get it, Elete. Like, everybody just kind of expects him to win at this point. Like, he is very good, you know, and he's doing what he has to do. You know, he's in it, doing what he's got to do. Heavy lies the crown, exactly, man. And that's the thing too. Like, Elete has really become this puzzle in the DFC that many people are wondering how to beat him. Like, what type of player does it take to beat Elete? Like, what do you have to do? It's like the big question that really people just want answers to that. You know what I mean? That's more the question that people are seeking the answer to every week. Even the people that like Elete, like myself, I often find myself rooting against him because I just want to know how to beat him. Like, you know, I fucking love the guy. I think he's great. But, like, I just want to know what it takes. Like, how the hell, what's the answer to this? You know what I mean? It's a conundrum. A question's been in my mind for a long time. How you beat Elete is not partake in this and continue with thy life. In the long run, you might be right. Like, do you have the time and energy to beat Elete? That's the real question. How you beat Elete is with serious mental fortitude. Serious mental fortitude. Yeah, dude. That's why Elete is probably one of the players why I'm just happy playing in the DFC. And, like, let's say I got really good and I was the champion. And I had to, like, defend myself against Elete or Bowie or, like, the top people that keep coming back to the top of the ranks. And, like, that is just so consistent and relentless. It is so mentally tiring to do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the big challenge.
I can't carry it.
Yeah, I mean, what would you suggest that he do instead? Tell me what the best Necro should do instead. I'm actually curious. Yeah, I think that's the answer. Like I said, people just like to root against him. He's running the like Bowie or Elete. Elete is the Necro that we're watching right here. He's running a pure just bone Necro. That's his pretty much his bread and butter build. That's where he's racked up most of his wins in the DFC is on his Necro. But he's also really good on a lot of FTK characters. Yeah, in this matchup, though, the Druid is expected to aggress, too. So, like, tough call. I mean, literally, to call anything here for defensive play is just to ask Elete to die. Like, and look at this. All of this strategy has got him to 10% life.
I can't carry it.
You know what I mean? And it's not, like, otherwise you're just asking him to die. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. It's not the most exciting thing to watch, that's for sure. If you're, to me it is. I fucking love this. I'm like, this is cool. Like, I want to see, because I actually, having dueled in pub games and seeing people duel like this, it's really cool to see Maty's approach on this. Like, if we jump over to Maty's screen here and look at what he's doing, like, it's really cool to see that like, okay, what he's doing is CT casting, cutting serious angles, approaching from these weird directions just like this. And like, screen's a little pixelated, so I'm gonna pop back over, but it's really good to see this. And you can kind of see it from the opposite angle here too with Eleet. Gets him out of his spirit train. Like, it's kind of cool to see that. Okay, so if you run into a you know, Necro that's just 100% expecting you to aggress, this is how to do it. Get good at predicting these teeth angles and go at it. I mean, I don't know. Like, honestly. I am not a top-tier dueler, in my opinion. What I would do to hit Eleet if I was really good is try to do exactly what Maty's doing. And that is, like, you notice how Eleet now is spamming teeth in multiple directions? It's because he's fucking confused. Like, that's not the best thing to do. Like, he's confused. Maty's approaching him from, like, all of these weird angles, and he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know where Maty's coming in from. That's kind of why he's on the back pedal, I think. He's very confused by Maty and his style. I think Maty's doing the right thing. I appreciate you, Middles. That is a nice thing to say. I won't ask number one for what, but I'm happy to be there. Oh, nice shot from Eleet. He has a habit of doing that. If you guys ever go up against Eleet and you follow him into that top corner, just know that there has been multiple DFC fights where we see him literally spamming right to the side, just like that, so that when people hop over the gate and try to chase him, they almost immediately get hit with spear. So if he jumps into that corner, dude, just don't ever teleport to it, unless you do like far corner, like deep in the corner is I think where you want to go. Just a pattern we've noticed with Eleet. One of his tricky moves that he always does. Nice spear there from Eleet. Eleet trying to turn the corner now that he senses a little bit of weakness from Maty here, but Maty recast the pets. And it's back to the game plan. And also, we were talking about this many hours ago now, it seems, in the first part of the duel. That technically... Oh my god, and Maty gets there, man. GG. Technically, the Druid has the advantage here. Technically. But at the top tier of competition, some people have said it swings in the favor of the Necro. That was insane. What's the score? What's the score, Maty? Or Vamp, if anybody's listening. Do we know? Feel like type in gamer in chat if you hear me.
Good day.
Ban Drax on neck, easy. Yeah, that very well could be a thing. Like limit the number of life after each kill.
Hello.
But then again, yeah, I guess then again, like if they use Bear, but then by wearing Drax, he's not even wearing Drax. But if by doing that you just force them into Bear, even then, like, nah, he's definitely not using Drax.
Good day.
He probably has a very reasonable amount. It's 4-2. It's 4-2 Maty. Boys, it's fucking 4-2 Maty right now. Holy shit. It's hard to shit on Eleet when his back is up against the ropes, boys.
Greetings.
Now that we have some context behind this, I wonder how much of this is just Eleet doing what he has to do. It's probably because, believe it or not, Eleet actually just doesn't like to cheese people. He has this like internal code that I think a lot of people ignore, but he actually doesn't like to cheese people. Like, he doesn't like to do these like weird ass setups where he cheeses wins. It's just like not in his internal code. Like, he's an OG player. Yeah. Like, the only way he'll cheese you is in a strategy that's extremely hard to deal with. And at that point, if you're calling that cheese, then every loss to Elite or any good player will just be cheese. Like, he's doing what he has to do. Dude's played Necro for years. Yeah, it's a straight, very, very good competitive matchup. Like I said, I think people, it's easy to hate on Elite, but dude, we're actually realizing history right here. This is the first time, I think, in DFC history, I've ever seen Elite with a losing record in the match, not completely fucking tilted, and actually having a good time. So let that speak for itself for a minute. Like, just step out of the box for a minute and just think about that. Elite's having a good time. Maty's kicking ass. This is insane. This is insane. Wow, man. All right, so I almost want to watch this round right here, guys. If Maty wins this, this is going to be history right here. This is going to be some history. It's 4-2 currently. 4-2 in favor of Maty. Maty might very well be best druid. Maty, best druid. This is really fun, guys. I'm gonna, I think Max and Brand are dueling, so I'm actually gonna jump over to this. No, they're not. They're watching this. Okay, they're waiting. All right, cool. Cool. I'm actually happy that you guys are waiting, because I also don't want to miss that. And we'll check this out from Maty's angle here for just a second, till we start getting pixelated. Maty could be on his way to one of the biggest victories in all of DFC. This is huge. When we talk about fight highlights and possibly putting out, I want to start marking these, because there's some fucking fights and some duels that should go down in DFC history as like one of the most monumental, biggest moments. If Maty wins this, this is a huge moment in DFC history. Elete, if he loses, this would be the first time he'd ever lost in an FPK matchup. Enjoyed the duel, had fun, had nothing to say about it. And it would be an absolute show of skill on both sides of this. Like, the story if Maty wins is huge. But if Elete wins too, like, think of that story. Like, challenged to a T the entire duel and comes back. Like, back against the ropes. No matter how this ends, this is one of the best duels in DFC history. Who, Maty, Joby? Maty's druid is worth like 4K form gold at the moment. Most complete trash. No shit. What? Wow, dude. Maty's just got mad skill on a druid, man. I would also have to reassess. If that happens, we might actually have to reassess the odds. Those Vegas odds of high-level NVD. We usually would say 60-40 in favor of a high-level NVD in favor of the Necro, but Maty is doing a phenomenal job here of delivering damage and not really getting punished for it. Elete trying to capitalize, follow up, and deliver some damage, but was unable to do so, and ate about 45% damage for his troubles. Estimated time of death, 25 minutes from now. Oh my gosh. This is big though, man. This is big. We also have another big duel after this, man. What a fucking night of fights, boys. I don't give a shit what you guys say about, what anybody says about this fucking duel. This is sick. Like, this is sick. Yeah, I agree. RMA, like, this is how I think people would expect the Necro to play. Like, at least turning it up now. He's also getting punished for it too. But like, I think that's how a lot of people would expect him to play. Expected Necro to play in this matchup. Oh, nice NATO placement from Maty.
I am overburdened.
This is a sick duel. Oh, that's a good point too, though. That's a good point too, GB Titan, because I know some other rule sets, they limit it to dire wolves, so you can only have like 3 wolves. I mean, which at that point, like, is just kind of catering to the Necro too much. The Necro is just the most powerful class. We have literally banned so much shit and like tried to shit on the Necro as much as possible, and it's still like probably the best class. So like, I mean, at that point, you already got Druids having like a pretty hard counter in VTs and Smiters. I say it's okay if a Necro has a hard counter, because if you limit it to 3 wolves, they don't really have a hard counter. Like, literal nothing beats them. Yeah, Eleet's actually doing a really good job in these close range exchanges. Like, he notices right there it was just a bad situation, gets out.
I can't carry anymore.
This is insane. And another very well-timed stomp. Absolutely love what Maty's doing here. He's noticing, he realized the Eleet's kind of strategy with that half box, and he's now teleporting around. He's not trying to follow Eleet through that half box. And that's probably saving him from a lot of spear damage. This is crazy, boys. Eleet at about 30% life. Maty's still at a very healthy life total. This is sick. Dude, I gotta say, if Maty wins this, I'm going to be happy for so many reasons, man. Like, he's the first one to ever give Eleet such a hard time like this and beat him. This is also one of the most good-mannered duels I've seen in a very long time between 2 of the highest-level players in the game right now. Eleet's feeling good. I'm feeling good. Maty's probably going to be feeling good if he gets this. This could be the big turning point right here. I think probably the turning point for Maty's already happened. But like, dude, this could be huge. This could be huge. Like, Maty could be on his way to earning himself a DFC title. Yeah, Maty has still got a very healthy life total. He's probably at about 90%. 85 to 90%. Very, very good odds of winning.
I am overburdened.
Nice. Did you see what Maty did right there? Just like what we were talking about. When he followed him to the half box, he teleported to the far corner because he's noticing Eleet's strategy with that spear. Maty has adapted in this duel. And I think that's really giving Eleet some big trouble. Like, a lot of his tricks, the 2 big tricks that Eleet is known for, that we've noticed in a lot of his duels, are not working against Maty's Druid. And that is, you know, the default go-to train of Bone Spirits are getting sucked up by those wolves. And the other thing that he does is the half box trick, where when people try to follow him through the box, they just eat spears when they teleport. Maty has learned how to deal with both of those strategies. And I think this is very tough for Eleet to handle. Nice NATOs there, very well placed. And another one that he just has waiting right for Eleet, right when he gets there. Eleet trying to get tricky with these cross spirits here. Eleet adapting his strategy a little bit there too. Trying to meet Maty in the middle and make him think that he used the half box. That was tricky. That was kind of like right heat of the battle, like figuring out a new strategy to deal with Maty. Interesting. Interesting. Almost gets clipped by a NATO there too. Another one that Maty just has waiting for him. Nice spears from Eleet. Very, very nice. Nicely placed spears. And nicely placed NATOs from Maty. Dude, this is one of the most beautiful NVD matches I have ever seen. And there it is. Vamp goes down. Maty beats Vamp the champ. For the first time in DFC history, Vamp the champ goes down in an FPK match. This is one for the record books, boys. This is one for the record books. Holy shit. Good fucking work, man. Very well played. That is nuts. I'm actually gonna kick over to Maty because I'm wondering if Maty will show his gear on this. This was really cool. I'm actually gonna pop into the join the stream too, see if we can chat with Maty for a bit. This is a big win, dude. I wanna talk with him. I see Maty is deafened. Maty's showing off his gear here. I think he's tabbing out so he can chat, I would guess. Maty! My dude. Hold on, let me make sure his volume's up. Yeah, his volume's up. He's not server muted.
I found myself. Hold on.
Ah, there we go. I hear you now.
What I'm using.
Holy shit. By the way, I just got to say, congratulations, Maty. That was one of the best NVDs I have personally ever seen.
Not one forever.
That duel took like fucking 2 hours or more. But dude, you just beat the best Necro in Diablo 2 Resurrected, dude. Probably in D2 history. That was
I thought that title was yours.
What was that?
Man. I thought that title was yours.
Ah!
No, that was a very good match with Eleet.
That was so crazy, man.
Action-packed.
Could you walk us through this gear and tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, of course. So 163.99. And
wow.
Very basic.
Joby was saying this is a complete budget druid right here, but
yeah, look at these. Yeah, it's pretty budget.
I don't know, that Necro amulet, or I'm sorry, that Druid amulet was pretty sick. That's actually really cool.
I got this guy here.
Yeah, that could be better, but wow.
A lot of these could be better. This is pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. Holy shit, man.
Just random charms.
Holy shit. Dude, so tell us about this duel, man. What was the secret? You were the first one that actually has figured out the secret to absolutely shutting down Vamp the Champ in one of these duels. What did you do?
I mean, the IBS spam, I was trying to like kind of go underneath and spam like where you would eventually teleport. And every time you would move away, I tried to follow up with a stomp or something. But he's very quick. He's hard to catch. Very slippery. Yeah,
he is. We were saying that he's so good at getting out of those really tight situations that would probably foil most other druids. You know what I mean? But he's hard to pin down. Did you notice? We noticed that you changed your strategy in the half box when you were chasing Eleet. You no longer teleported through the half box. Why was that?
You mean this?
Yeah.
Because he was spearing, right? So
Yeah.
if I teleport over here, you get a spear in the face, basically.
Yeah.
So he kept going like back and forth trying to spear me, but been there, done that. I've seen that stuff. So
No
I was
shit,
just
dude.
able to like counter him,
Yep. We noticed you also teleported into that far corner in the half box too, which I thought was a very interesting change and adaptation to that strategy. That was really cool, man. I gotta say, Maty, we all know you're absolutely savage, but now you have beat in your PvP repertoire
I'm the champ.
Mr. Llama SC, Eleet, Cooley. You've beat
Yep.
clearly the best people in the world.
Top 3.
Dude, what's next, man? You're going to get a title shot next week, dude. Are you friggin' ready?
Yeah, sure. We'll give it a shot.
Yeah, sure, he says.
Or
dude,
we could run it back DVN or NVD.
yeah,
Elite.
dude, it's going to be dope. If Bowie comes back next week, it'll be against Bowie. But if he's not, it'll be against the winner of Chew versus Dazer. And either way, dude, I'm actually just super pumped. I can't help but root for you either way. Love all of these dudes, Dazer, Chew, Eleet. But dude, you've been my boy since day one, and I gotta say, it feels good to see you kick some serious ass in the DFC.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for showing this off, and congrats again on an insane win. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Boys, we just witnessed history. We just witnessed history. I'm going to pop over now to Max versus Brand while we get this set up. It looks like these guys are ready to go. I'm just going to put these scores in here. I am beside myself, dude. If I was a betting man and I was doing Vegas odds on that fight, I most certainly would have picked Eleet as the winner. Most certainly. But it wouldn't be the first time we've bet against Maty and been completely embarrassed by the results. We did the same thing. We put him on a Barb versus Mr. Llama SC on a Necro. And Maty, before people knew that Barbs were insane for chain zerking, was chain zerking the GOAT himself. And it was just a phenomenally cool thing to see. Can't ever bet against this guy, man. Really, really good dueler and an amazing, amazing win. That's huge. That is huge. Sort of weird, man. It was coming off of a loss to Zale there, which also should really let this speak for how good Zale might actually be in this too. If anyone's sleeping on Zale, don't. This guy is fucking savage. Zale actually beat Maty last week. I believe it was Sin v Sin, I want to say. But that was just also like, wow, there's so many underrated duelers, I think, right now. GG's, Maty. GG's, Eleet. Maty deserved to be crowned champ after that duel. That is a really nice thing to say. And Vamp, I got to say, oh my God, did you guys just see that? I know I was running my mouth, but did y'all just see that? Max just one-shotted an ES Sork with fucking... He's got a martial arts sin that's chucking ninja stars. This might actually be the best DFC event we've ever had. Like, it just might be. I wouldn't bet on my neck versus a good druid. Dude, you almost had it. Those first two wins there, we thought that was a pretty unbeatable strategy. Like, you had the chain spirits going, which is, kind of your default. Like, we've seen you go to that strategy a lot, and it actually foils a lot of druids, especially ones that use bear. But, like, Maty's wolves were eating those up, and he was doing such a good job of getting around the teeth. It was just like, he adapted, but those first few rounds were insane. Oh my God, look at this big damage from Max. But, we really thought you were going to get it in those first two rounds, like those first two wins. I was like, Elete's got it figured out now. He done figured it out. That was really good, though. What a good match. Yeah, they hurt so bad, dude. Max actually nearly one-shotted my Immortal Sorceress with this build right here. And he's quickly at a 2-0 right now against Brand L. Max, welcome back to the DFC, my dude. Let's check this out from brand standpoint here. And I just want to say, N7 Reaper, thank you so much for gifting that sub. Official welcome to the team Elite, aka Vamp the Champ. Dude, N7 Reaper, thank you so much, my dude, and cheers to you. That's 59 subs that you've gifted out to N7 Reaper in total, and I just want to say, man, that means a lot. Thank you so much. What claw does he use? I'm actually not sure if he's using a claw or what he's using. Actually, completely unsure. I would love to check out that build afterwards, though. So we're going to see this from Brand L's perspective, because I actually want you to see how quickly this life pool goes down. Looks like he's a full Vita Sork. Okay, so I take that back. He's not ES. Looks like he's full Vita. Okay, so interesting. Full Vita, no block against this, and that's going to be a big problem. Max keeping him chained here. I almost think that you have to... you almost have to CT telly away from Max here, because you do not want to stay in these close range exchanges. But Brandel is switching it up a little bit. He's actually trying to set things up with Hydras and then start up a close range battle. Force Max into using, you know, his... I call them Ninja Stars because I forget what they're called. But like, he's gonna force Max to try to throw at him, because it keeps Max in one place and he can dodge those. Like, if he just walks in fireballs, he can dodge those. Like, when I was dueling Max on my Immortal Sorceress, that's what I was doing. I was just... Oh my god, look at that, dude. That is big damage. Like, demoralizing damage right there. Holy shit. Yeah, you got my number one. Shit, dude. Shit. Shurikens, yeah, throwing there's a name for this skill though. What is it called?
I can't carry
Blade Sentinel. No, it's not Blade Sentinel. Blade Fury. Is that what it is? Blade Fury.
I can't
Yeah,
carry
GG,
anymore.
man. Holy shit. This is one of the most, like, this is the biggest night of fights I think we've had in a long time, and there's like no technical title match here. Like, this is insane. Some of the best duels ever. We can't even blink with this duel, man. It could be over quickly. Brand L is gonna have to adapt very quickly to what Max has got going on. Oh my god, a big one shot at 3k life. 3k life one shot. Boys, this Sin ain't no fucking joke. He just one-shotted that sorceress from 3.1k life. Blade Fury, that's what it is. Yep. Oh my god, man. That is crazy. Look at this. He's got so many auras and shit around him. Oh, I cannot wait to see this. He probably has Phoenix, I would guess. Probably has Phoenix on. It gives him mad enhanced damage, and it gives him Fire Res, Fire Absorb. Oh my god. What a time to be alive with a Blade Fury Sin. Max was actually saying that, we were talking earlier, he thinks that martial arts Sins should be allowed to have life tap too. And I would say I'm kind of on board with it, but the problem comes from, like, then you could just have trap Sins that just respec into a life tap Sin when they go up against a druid or something or whatnot, just to cheese them. Oh my god, dude. Look at this Sin. What is it? It's 3-0 or 4-0? Blade Sin, hidden OP. Oh, yeah. And if there ever was a dude to, like, make this great again, make the martial arts Sin great again, it's Max. I'm actually happy that he's put this together. Max is like the grandfather of the kick Sin back in LOD. Like, this guy's been playing for a long time. He is credited with making one of the first, like, really good official guides for the kicker back in LOD. Back when you had 08 Valks and all of that, you could really, really amp up your kicks in to be pretty viable. And okay, so this is 5-0. It's over. Like, we just watched a 2.5 hour duel between Maty and Elete. It blows our mind, I guess, when we see a 5-0 happen in under 10 minutes. This is crazy. Dude, Max, could you show off this this gear here? Hold on, I'm gonna pop back into the Discord. Max, are you around, dude? He's deafened right now. My gosh, I would love to chat with Max about this. Max, there he is. He's doing his thing. I'm gonna cut away while he's figuring his stuff out here. And then I'll cut back when he shows his screen.
Hey, can you hear me?
Max, what's up, dude?
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Dude,
Cool.
Holy shit. We saw it. We
Yeah,
saw
that
this
was
Blade Fury
That was a
sim.
fast duel. I think he definitely picked the wrong setup. Hold on, let me mute you in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think that going with DR might have let him take more than one hit. Maybe I still one hit a lot of 3k HP characters, even that have 50 DR.
Yeah.
So it's the damage is just really absurd. So for anyone wondering what the build is, 60 points in blade skills, 20 points mind blast, 1 point flight, 1 point venom. I don't even have more than one claw mastery. Everything else into shadow.
What?
And yeah, well, maxing out claw mastery 19 points would give me like 50% enhanced damage and 2% critical, and I already have like 75% critical and like 1,000% enhanced damage. So it's like,
Yeah. So
I'd
what
rather
is
have
that
a
claw that you're using there? That looks
this
pretty
actually
unique.
has a self-found claw. So this is my
What?
self-found fool's claw, and it actually works out really well. And when I first tried it out, it did damage that was a lot higher than I was expecting. So I ran it through some damage calculators, and it turns out that the 2+2 sin skills add so much damage with blade skills on my build that it's equivalent to me having a 300% fool's ethereal claw.
What?
Yeah, so plus skills is really where it's at, and then enhanced damage. So
Just the +2 skills alone is the equivalent of 300 ED,
It's-
or does that take into account the 195
I
ED
mean,
that's on your claw?
yeah, basically it's over 100 ED. 100 ED difference plus
I
two
see,
skills makes
I
up
see.
for that.
Okay. Wow.
So, yeah, so it works out pretty well. I knew that I would need some resists against him, so I was thinking his TS might hurt more, so I got a little bit more lightning. Phoenix makes me kind of tanky against fire, even though I have a very low HP pool.
Nice roll on that Phoenix too. 399. Very, very high.
Yeah, so my sin is actually very high dexterity statted. And
Wow.
this is a lot of where the damage comes from on Blade Assassin.
How much
That
base
I-
dexterity did you put in there? 314 points into dex. Holy shit. You only
Yeah,
have
and-
2k life after bow.
Yeah, so it's basically a glass cannon, but the attack rating you get is well worth it because I tried
Wow.
Vita Blade Sins and they're not consistent with their hits. If you're not killing people in 1 or 2 hits, it's difficult to make Blade Fury work, but it's a fun skill. You can do a couple of tricks with it. Blade Sentinel is also a good trap. This matchup, it didn't really matter that much. It was basically all just teleport and Blade Fury.
Yep.
And my shadow being fire immune really helps out.
So how do you guarantee that your shadow is fire immune?
At level 17, it spawns with full gear, and it's basically since higher levels give it more resist all. So if it goes over 100% resist with the gear and the resist all, it's going to be immune.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be 17 hard points. Just at level 17, it will always spawn
Yes.
immune to fire.
Well, no, at level 17, it will spawn with full equipment, which will give it a chance to be immune. But the higher level it
see.
is, the more likely it is to be immune.
I see. Okay.
So this
Okay.
gives me a pretty beefy shadow that also likes to spam Mind Blast, so that's pretty good for me.
That's really cool, man. I gotta say, it's so
Yeah,
cool to see you on a martial arts sin here. We were just talking about how you were kind of the grandfather of the kick sin, another martial arts build. It feels so refreshing to see you on this fresh like Blade Fury sin and really piloting this
yeah,
as like one of the first players to do it competitively.
Trying to make it work since this patch came out, and it's a fun spec. I don't think it's like top tier meta, but I think it definitely can surprise a few people and win a number of matchups.
So what's the reason behind Griffins there?
65 cast. I mean, why else?
I
So
see, okay.
I need to be able to teleport to chase a Sork. If I don't have the cast rate, I'm not going to be able to catch them.
Yep.
So
So you go with a
Um,
65% break point. Now, I thought that having Trangools and Venom wasn't a good thing.
No, triangles and Venom are okay, but I only have 1 point in Venom, so it's not that
Oh,
relevant.
I see. Yeah, I
It's
see.
just a cast. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So this is cool. What are the rings again? Could you show those off? I'm like just blown away by this. So you have Wisp.
And Ravenfrost. So
Yep.
a Wisp gives me access to different oaks.
Yep.
And I usually like running this oak here because it gives me a damage boost. Because I need a damage boost, obviously. So
Yep. And the
they
charms
always-
again, you had traps, and what was the rest? Was it like
just trap gun charms and regular whatever. I'm a Walmart assassin.
Yeah.
I solve Iris's problems with some janky stuff.
Yep.
So
dude, I love
it's
it. So what if you had like the best stuff, what would those charms be? Would they all be like trap 45 lifers and max damage?
A full trap 45 lifers, and well, of course you need your hit recovery. And then just 520s. 520 would solve a lot of my budget, my Walmart problems.
That's sweet, man. That's really cool. I absolutely love seeing really weird random builds like this. This is just nuts.
Yeah.
What did you have in your cube?
Not in my cube. I have a buff flood I didn't even use, and I have a demon limit. The demon limit is very important. You need to be enchanted. It basically doubles your attack. It's like adds 50% attack rating to whatever your total is for Blade Sin. So. I do use some other items. The Claw was better for this matchup, but I do like Last Wish a lot on this character. The Life Tap is very strong, and also it's the highest damage non-claw weapon for this spec. So this really maximizes the damage.
That's so crazy. What does your damage look like with that Last Wish on?
Well, this damage is wrong. Like this says 3.5k, it's actually 13k.
Holy shit.
So,
how do you know?
You run it through
why
damage
does that
calculators.
happen?
I mean, why does Griffin show an increase in light sentry damage? Everything that you see on an assassin's character screen is wrong. The attack rating is wrong. Oh, that's another thing. When I'm on a claw, the character screen will show a big boost to attack rating because of claw mastery, but that doesn't actually add to Blade Fury. So it's like you see a lot of things that are just wrong, and you just kind of have to know what things are.
Wow.
And try out a lot of setup.
So you have to know a lot about like the weird shit on a Sin to even run this, because you almost can't even trust this character screen for shit.
That's every assassin. Kicks are no different. Kicks don't show elemental damage, show wrong AR for some setups. So
that's what game you in.
Wow, dude, this is really cool, man. Thanks for showing this off. This is awesome, man. Have you ever tried this with like Uber Tristram or whatnot?
Besides killing Declone a few times, no.
No shit. Does it wreck Declone?
It kills him. I mean, yeah, it kills him.
Sweet. I'm gonna put this together in single player now and see how it does in Uber Tristram and Declone. I'm like kind of pumped about that, especially with Last Wish. I think that's fucking cool, man. That is dope.
Last Wish is great.
Yep, that is cool. Max, hey, thanks for showing this off, man. This is a really cool build, and congrats on that win.
Yeah.
GG, my friend.
I hope that I can
with this setup.
Yeah, how far I get in DFC running this build. So
I'm very curious to see that as well. But this is cool, man. Thanks again.
Yeah.
This was awesome. GG, fellas. All right, so I'm checking the Discord. Let me see. It doesn't look like we have anybody else streaming here. We do have some matches that are going to be happening, I think, later on this weekend. So we might be able to pop in and catch those. But it looks like that might be it for tonight, boys. And what a card this was. I got to say, this was one of the best cards I've ever seen, man. I was super happy about this. Wow. Congrats to all the fighters. Congrats to Maty. Congrats to Max. Nice job, Vamp. That was one of the best NVD duels I've ever seen. GG to you all. And I want to say a special shout out to you guys for popping in and joining. Especially N7 Reaper, Middles for the raid. Like, I think that's awesome. Nemesis for the sub. Peachy. Dude, you guys are awesome. It means a lot. That support really does mean a lot to me. And you guys are the best. So thank you so much. What a great night of fights. I can't wait to see you guys next week. I'll catch you very soon. Peace, guys.